first and then changed.
Yes.
Really showed that he was willing to take liberties on CT side. On Mirage on the CT side in a lot of ways. And now that we've got Olaf Meister involved, that's a whole another storyline. It looks like he's one of the players holding B this time around. So it is a really kind of rotating circus over on Mirage B side.
Genuinely, I just want to look at FaZe Clan as like there's still a pack of howling alphas, okay? But you've got like the grayed, weathered wolves in Olaf Meister and Rain.
Right.
They've been around the block. Coldzera, he's got a little spunk left in him. And now Brokey and Kierby, like you said, kind of more comfortable in taking charge. You know, it fit instantly with Brokey, and that's why he was such a success story. We'll see if, well, this B site can hold. Speaking of Brokey, back by bench, and he's got Coldzera trying to work with him. There's also that third player tucked behind the van, and so far, so good for the clan. But Searson and Xantares, those are two names you have to talk about when it comes to big. And they delivered. At least the trade frag's successful, but Kierby still has a chance at this 1 versus 3. He still has the 1 versus 1 right in front of him. But he's going to lose that out as Xantares takes another. 2 for him as Big win pistol.
So we talk about some win conditions here for Big Clan. It's at least something for FaZe in FaZe's camp they can look forward to is the fact that Tabson has been playing really badly. His performance dropping off quite a lot. On the flip side of that, Xantares' performances have been very good, I'd say. He's dipped down a tiny bit, but we've seen the impact. Sometimes he gets 2 kills on entries and wins the round. It's crazy to see a player have so much impact. One of the highest impact ratings on HLTV, period, for all-time stats. And for him to do it as an entry fragger on CT side, you know, getting kills, not dying, and allowing the team to win. We're going to see that a number of times here on Mirage. But we're also going to find out why FaZe picked it. An easier map in the pool, something they're comfortable on, and have a lot of experience. Maybe don't need as much IGLing.
Ooh, hey now. Coldzera, close smoke. Picking up that Mac 10 nearly costs him, but he does deal enough damage for Brokey to clean it up. Olaf,
What?
2 headshots with the D coming in from the B bomb site. FaZe Clan, they go with that close 2-man stack. And I mean, well, you saw it. Big Clan, they kind of eat a smoke grenade. It's supposed to stuff them. They tried to work their way through it, and Cold was having none of that. There. That's what I'm saying. That was a double fist pump. I'm saying Nico was an alpha hound. Okay? He was definitely hot shit on this roster, and for good reason. I mean, it's a justified pickup from G2. Okay? But yeah, I think you take somebody like him out of the formula, and suddenly it does create a little space.
Yeah. Why was Brokey so happy just now? I don't think I've ever seen that on a player camp from him.
I don't think I have either.
Maybe it's just they don't want to get stomped. They want to see what they can do. They're having fun playing Counter-Strike. And they're just like, okay, well, let's go ahead and find out like how well we're gonna play. And they sees Olaf pop off like that. And no, we've got a tiny bit of a break. Ooh, B-hop combo. Okay. Not exactly sure what happened. We've got 1 dropped out, hopefully coming back. And yeah. So one thing is, I don't know exactly how much has changed, or how much Olaf has done in preparation. That's a question I have, because I've heard I think he said himself, I haven't touched the game since I stopped playing for FaZe.
Exactly.
Right. And I think someone posted that he played 1, maybe Face It Pug or a Scrim. I looked at the stats. He got 16 kills.
All right. Yeah, okay. You're really digging deep here.
I want to know everything about Olaf Meister.
Go for it.
I was in his DMs. Right when you're tired, I said, how many retweets for you to unretire? Of course, he never responded.
You gotta go figure out he's still alive.
But look, he's willing to do it for none. He's back.
He is back. And I think that's, listen, I mean, you could get, there's a world of potential stand-ins for a game like this, for an event like this, right? I think it makes sense that you bring in Olaf, tons of experience, you know what you're getting.
I'm going to go the other way. It doesn't make sense to bring in Olaf.
Okay.
Okay, we did just see the Deagle round. I can't take that away from you or anyone else. I can't take that smile off Brokey's face. I don't know exactly what's happening right before our eyes.
Just siphon all the fun out of it.
But I mean, it's not every day I want to...
greatest player ever is making a comeback.
No, it's a bad decision.
Okay, that's not me. Okay, that's not what I sound like. That's not what I look like I sound like. Olaf hasn't played the game in so long. This is not a good idea.
You know what?
It can't be.
I'm not Olaf.
I don't want to agree with Pimp, but I think he has a point.
I think he does too. Pimp does have a point. I think there's a lot of other players who would be way more hungry, perhaps, for a shot like this, who would probably be sat in the server practicing far more than what Olaf's putting in. But, you know, if we're basing it off those first 2 rounds,
Basing it off of how many people tried to enter the FaZe 5 competition recently to get signed.
yeah,
I mean, they signed someone as young as a 6-year-old. Okay, everybody wants to join FaZe. Okay, so there's some kid, you know, in his basement, drenched in his favorite energy drink, and just writhing at the chance to be able to get on FaZe Clan, who's grinding FaZe it every single night. Right, he's waking up, he's living and breathing Counter-Strike.
Okay.
Olaf, he's sitting in a pile of money.
Yeah.
Retired.
Yeah.
Probably not even watching the game, let's be honest. Doesn't give a hell about Counter-Strike anymore. Literally wants to get out of the stress, out of the competition, everything.
Yeah, but you know what?
I mean, he won the game. He's literally one of the few people who's beat this game, okay?
Sure.
He's got a spot named after him on every single freaking map.
He's got a graffiti.
He has a graffiti. There's not much left for him to do.
You know what? Olaf is an analogy for every single Counter-Strike player in the world.
Okay.
Because no matter how hard you try to get away,
Yeah.
you just can't get enough.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're always going to come crawling back. And when you do, you're going to get 2 Deegs in the second round, and you're going to feel like you're 16 years old again. And Olaf Meister, let's see what he has to deliver here. But it's Kierby and Brokey actually dying after getting a kill apiece, because, again, we look to the hard fraggers of Big Clan, and our eyes are drawn to Xanteras and Searson. But Olaf's eyes are drawn through the smoke, and it seems he's susceptible to the Deegs. Dies out. Man advantage here for Big.
Oh, how the turntables. Rotation in towards B, and Coldzera will try to look for some information. Tizian is tucked, okay? Like a quilted blanket under the feet. He is not going to peek. I don't know how much he's showing. Just over towards the van a little bit. Cold jumps up. He might not spot this, but the attention is starting to come towards him. They turn the corner on Cat, and now it's 3-on-1. Coldzera, what can you do?
Whoop. Pops right up. Shuts Tizian down, goes for the shoulder, gets the information. Now he's calling for Rain to come on over. And he hears that bomb plant. tabseN putting it in for Catwalk with the scout. He's got his Deagle out because he's close on Cold, and even though the Galil hits the headshot, Rain's the player who has to finish this off, but he can't quite finish because Xanteras locks it down from Arch and gives Big Clan their second.
He's got an AUG, which is really interesting. I wonder if he holds on to this or if somebody else would like to make the request. He's like, I don't know that spray pattern. Somebody else grab it. Oh, AK's picked up. The clutch potential is high, of course, across all of FaZe. And in the 1vx's, you definitely don't need an IGL. So maybe we'll see some of the more impressive rounds in those situations, but all right. Yeah, he actually is going to hang on to it. A couple of MAC-10s here bought for tabseN and Searson. They spread the map quite evenly. CT's on a full deco, looking for any information that they can get. Coldzera up in the ladder room. This is something where I feel like he needed to spend more time in. Sometimes they're with FaZe, some of their B site setups. There's been a lot of attention on it because their newest player is always playing B now. Like BMAS was playing B, Kierby's playing B, and Coldzera's been trying to play with them. But it feels like he's been doing a lot of babysitting, and sometimes his performances have dropped off. But we haven't seen him play as much inside the ladder room, and it's a pretty, enormously strong position, to be honest. He can watch for window, under window, watch for the cat rotate, and if they play 2 in B, they can stop the B rushes, plus he can be useful to mid as well.
Over on this A site, we've got Rain and Kierby. Kierby, of course, tucked under Palace. Molotov not going to fluster him. He's able to hold his position. And meanwhile, tabseN does find footing on Tetris. Rain softened, but still able to deliver a kill as Kierby does the exact same thing. He nearly lines up 2 more players, but here comes Brokey, pounding an extra shot through the smoke. Just a warning sign of what's to come. A round not yet won, back-to-back for either team. It's a clash of the Force Wars.
I'm so glad Olaf is back. It just seems like it's working out so well. I mean, it's such a great idea if you think about it. How is this happening? So many 1Ds already. That's crazy. We're going to get a buy up in response. It's Big Clan's money's been shattered. Luckily, they're on the T side. They don't have many expensive habits. Their Molotovs are a couple $100 off.
Yeah. And Tech-9's oh so good.
Tech-9's, better than a lot of guns that cost a lot more money. So they'll turn their attention towards the B site. Maybe look for something of a full B. We'll see. Keto's making a lot of noise, trying to bait out some Molotovs, some nades. And Yeah, they'll pull the pin on it, but he's also going to continue on with the execute. Olofmeister gets caught falling back, and he gets info on Get Right.
Oh, Santeras, nice dink with the Tech 9, but just not quite enough to push Cold off the edge.
They canceled.
They did.
But it's because Tapsin. Oh, the jungle cat. He's looking for some enemies.
Thing is, they've kind of circumvented him. Very clear Brokey knows what's going on, and they've still got Rain on ticket with a man advantage like this, knowing they're on pistols.
They know, though.
Yeah.
They know. They know that it's going to be the ticket guy. He has jungle controlled. They don't have to worry about that when they come out.
Rain's able to chip off the head of Searson, throws the frag down deep, misses the mark. But now Tabson's closer, and he peeks into 2 CTs, so that spells disaster. Oh, and nothing further, in fact. So FaZe Clan bringing it back. They've got themselves the first 2 round wins in a row.
I was thinking Nuke was a pretty mean pick for Big, right? A little bit rude. You're going to do this?
Yeah.
You're a team with
How
no
dare
practice,
you.
you're going to put him on Nuke?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also, let's go back to the, head-to-head. Every series match, Nuke and Mirage, Nuke and Mirage.
Yeah, Nuke and Mirage, yeah.
Nuke and Mirage.
That's true. Yeah, it was coming.
But it is still doing them dirty, I agree.
Yeah, it's just tough. It's just tough.
Speaking of dirty, this is a filthy situation. Big Clan, just the Glocks. Ugh.
Yeah, they went from that half buy to absolutely nothing at all.
Yep. So let's just watch as the kills should be easily collected. Bomb carrier is actually flirting outside of the B site, and there's a little bit of movement off of the bomb site, so will they slip this in? Keto trying to buy as much attention as possible, but it's all to no avail because Olof's an anchor, and FaZe Clan lead 4-2.
I wonder how much the recent situation affected everyone's results. We saw Rain have this outstanding match versus Heroic on, remember that overpass map where, oh, just multiple overtimes.
So
and
good.
We've seen a Rain like we haven't seen for years. And coldzera's, his like stats graph that has been tapering off into an all-time lowest performance ever has started to pop back up a bit. You wonder if there's a little bit of surge of energy from the whole situation transpiring, a bit more motivation to bolster their resumes, a bit more of a wake-up call where you kind of are in this probably salary circle of like event after event, same team, nothing really changing. But now you kind of are confronted with all of these drastic changes on the horizon, knowing Nico leaves, for example, and thinking, well, now I got to think about myself.
Certainly no comfort on FaZe Clan for the moment, but they're getting loose in coldzera. Down he goes. Tabson coming up from Catwalk, the double entry. Kirby will find him through the smoke before the bomb's able to go down, but the plant's still successful, and that bomb plant in and of itself is enough to get the 3rd round to the board for Big. 4 survivors on the T side, and 3 survivors for FaZe if they can manage to hang on to all of these guns as they hope to.
They've actually done such a good job winning that Deagle round because they got the 2 ecos. They have so much money left over, even after losing this full-on rifle. They're in a pretty good spot, and Rain is still putting together some kills. So Big Clan will climb back a bit, but they don't have much money. They can't afford to lose another player in this exit. And I think FaZe actually want to punish that a little bit. So moving into a new position here, top mid. But for the meantime, that's great. Tabson, huge entries, good cat split. I mean, Big are pretty versatile Mirage too. We're going to see as much B as A action. And a lot to do with mid.
So easy for Tabson, though. I mean, just look, walks up Catwalk. He even had a player behind him if the trades were needed. I see a wild Smooya in the background there. Props.
Yeah, that was a little bit. Don't know why Cold had his back turned the whole time. Just no info on mid. I mean,
yeah.
We know FaZe don't really play mid that often.
And early contact on apartments as well, right? Remember that first player who died was just running crazily like this. Tizian through the fire and the flames, yet to be slain. 36 HP remains, and there is his first kill. Doubles down, in fact, into coldzera. That was a very rude thing of Tizian to do, and it gets even worse for FaZe Clan, because he finds himself the triple.
Oh,
Tizian with the hops.
Chain it. Hold on.
Sir.
It's not every day you see a Tizian ace, and he is a muted style player. He doesn't get a lot of highlight frags because he doesn't make a lot of plays like we just saw. Here's a chance for an ace.
Come on now.
Why not? Hang out a little bit.
Put the gravy on it.
This is about more than the game at this point.
But let's be real, while we were kind of taken aback by Tizian's shenanigans on that B site, bomb was dropped here on Palace.
Yeah, he just sold the best fake ever.
Yeah.
They tried to take both sites, but they really should have just followed Tizian.
And he has given them the old wraparound, comes through Murder Hole soon enough to join forces with Xantares.
This is an awkward spot for FaZe for sure. I mean, as kind of as good as this looks for Big Clan, it's a really hard situation for FaZe to read because they don't know what Tizian wants to do. Now that they hunt him down, they'll know it's A. We can see the Palace guy.
Oh, Xantares has a read on this.
I think he'll know that a Palace flank is going to come in. He's got to anticipate it. He'll pick up another Molotov here.
If he waits too long.
See that?
He's going back for another gunfight. Oh man, if he had lost that, that's easily a round for FaZe Clan, and it could still be. But Xantares from the Palace hits him between the eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're tied 4 rounds apiece.
It's a couple of 1v1s here for Xantares. We're going to relive that triple entry with the Galil here for Tizian. Great round. Such an analogy for FaZe's problems in recent times, where he's able to take down you over. Yeah, had to see it.
Okay, you saw it from
Just pure fear on his face.
Yeah.
Xantares has that much power, he said. I had no idea.
Were you watching that from Xantares' perspective on your computer?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why you looked at me like you had just witnessed murder.
Yeah, quite literally.
coldzera firing at the bottles. Kirby sitting inside the window. Of course, for Big Clan, 3 men top mid, 2 in abs. Mid smoke fades. Kirby just saw somebody reside back behind boxes, but that could be an anchor play from Tabson. Kirby.
Yes. No. Did he know that someone was top mid? Is that what did he see him?
He saw the guy top mid. I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, he just jumped backwards through the window, not assuming anyone would peek him mid. A little bit weird.
Shooting at the walls, man. Kirby is losing his mind.
Yeah. Poltergeists. But Olaf's going ghost busting. He's pushing through the B halls. Searson on the flattest angle, flatter than the earth with this angle. Oh my God.
Ready? Oh! Gets the close one. That immediately sends coldzera scrambling back slightly, and he should have gone a little further.
Hot sauce.
And then another headshot. This one chiming in is Tabson. Brokey, the only answer so far for FaZe. But again, that's the bomb carrier, like the sickest B plays ever, and the bomb's just stranded in Palace. But Brokey, he's about to die. Whew. He was supposed to. And Tabson getting that headshot, just as Brokey's kind of wary of his flank. Sets him up well. Rain, 8-4. Good start to the game. Big Clan about to take the lead, 5-4, unless he can pull off a crazy clutch, but he's got no defuse kit, only a single flashbang, and he already knows that the moment he peeks this Palace, he should be dead. Tabson, gonna come hunting. Who gets the headshot? It's Rain. And just like that, he's out of there. He knows he doesn't have too much more to do here. As said, Big Clan will find their 5th on the T side, nonetheless.
Well, on the bright side, we know that FaZe Clan are great with deagles. So next round, they'll power up. And Big Clan will try to play it carefully and just make sure we get Rain on the deagle here so they're at full strength. Perfect. Everybody dies, they'll spend a little bit of money. Big Clan take a lead. You know, they've really only fumbled the game on the couple of rounds that they've lost.
Yeah.
They got absolutely shattered on their economy the second time around and lost 2 following. So we haven't seen FaZe Clan win 1 rifle round yet.
Youch.
You know, so it will, I'm sure it'll come, but we just haven't seen it quite yet. 10 rounds in, CT timeout will be called. They'll figure out what to do. You think they're calling Nico?
Listen, man, is it too late?
On Zoom.
Is it too late?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing is, of course, when your IGL's gone, you still you can't erase what you learned. So a lot of them will be able to have absorbed what they've learned with their setups. They keep most of their things, you know. And in terms of who is calling the strap at the beginning of the round, I mean, I don't think Nico was world renowned in that regard. So I'm sure they're, you know, with the smart minds that are on this team, they'll be able to put some stuff together. And of course, again, it is Mirage.
Trailing 4-5 on the score line. FaZe Clan leading in the kill count, 35-27. 8 kills the difference. Yet 1 round lead for the other side of this. And, well, that kill count should absolutely dissipate here in the 10th round because it's USPs, a couple P250s, and that single Deeg on Rain. Where's Rain at? Oh, he's playing up cat.
Yeah.
Come on, bang him. You know he's in there. Ooh. Yeah, you're gonna stop shooting now, huh, Tizian? But unfortunately for these pistol players, they are about to get mowed down.
There's 4 here.
4 CTs, good point. But with what? Minimal pistols. Olaf's going to be playing counter flash. Cold beneath the windowsill. The T's still yet to get out, but Keto going to try and stop out coldzera, who does get his paws on an AK, if not for only a moment. Olaf still hoping somebody comes from Catwalk, but that's not meant to be. Big Clan just holding off and waiting out these smokes. The moment it fades, Olaf should be dead. Or not. He's able to get one single kill before getting clamped down upon by Searson. And now Kierby, it's just about damage. And you can take a quick little look at the money here for Big. It's not perfect. One more kill would do great justice for FaZe. It'd feel that much better.
Yeah, majority deaths keep them at a deficit if they can. What's interesting, I mean, we're seeing a lot of stacks with the pistols on the B side, but even on the rifle rounds, they're playing up to 3B.
Yep.
And, you know, one round we've got Tizian with the triple entry. One round we've got Xanteris with a double entry. It's like FaZe are calling good setups, but they can't trade out effectively. So, yeah, if they continue to work badly together, it's kind of weird because there's not a lot they can do besides adding more people to the issue, trying to just get more people involved to make sure you trade. But, you know, Bigger, of course, is top team that have a plan to exploit B. It's going to be real hard for them to coordinate, especially with that have been a problem for them on this map already.
And if it becomes a problem, if FaZe Clan do end up finding a little bit of success here, more success and holding it off, then don't forget this is Big's first plan, but they also come into each and every game with a second plan and a third plan too. They've got backups upon backups. Our analysts singing their praise in terms of preparation. Nice little bit of movement from Xanteris, baits out Brokey's op shot, and that's enough to get him to fall back, and he peeks right into Searson. It was a death sentence, that Xanteris peek, and Keto gets that trade frag into Rain's face. A man advantage up for Big. They've left their bomb by ramp. We'll see if Tabson can further the success. A transition onto the catwalk that doesn't quite close because Cold is still standing. But as he goes for another peek, he nearly dies. Still, 3v2. M4's valuable. But Keto starting to warm up here. You know, I talked about the kill differential. It was really just Keto who was kind of trailing, as he does at times. And yet now he's found a good bit of success here in an important gun round. But Olaf on for the clutch. We're talking years of experience versus Xanteris, who's got his double flashbang and sits posted back by Firebox. Olaf has no clue where he could have gotten off to, but he does tap out that bomb, no kit. So Olaf needs the kill fast enough to jump back upon the bomb. Xanteris peeks and dies. And Olaf should have this. An excellent 5th round and a beautiful 1v3.
I'm just glad to be a part of it, man. We just saw Olaf with the cleanest 1v3 so far. Wow. I'm shocked. I mean, maybe he was lying, right? That would be the ultimate Olaf play. I haven't touched the game in 10 months.
Yeah, right?
Keep your guard down. Peek me in the 1v3.
Try it.
Meanwhile, this guy's been playing Face It Plugs all night for the past year.
Yeah.
Damn, that's hype. Wow, that's actually amazing.
Cool. And just like that, it it gives him another chance.
Something else that's interesting. So,
Bomb-Eye.
No more Nico, right?
Yes.
Nico plays the star player position on this map.
Yes.
That's Connector. Who's in that spot now? It's Kirby.
Oh, baby. And we talked about it, but just as we started to get excited, Kirby's the first man to die, and he's not alone. Rain and Cold following quickly thereafter, and now they're going to get the post plant they wanted. It's for Catwalk / Connector. They've got 2 players deep in mid. Brokey's going to take a bit of damage as he does return the favor with a single frag, but this should be 2 rounds the advantage for Big Clan. So just as we start to get ourselves all nostalgic, Olaf's clutch gives them economy, triple thomp, and it falls flat. Yep. There's no money, there's no bonus, and Big Clan are going to lead by 2. So this T side's still absolutely in control, but a very nice reminder by Olaf that he's still got it.
He's still got it. He's still got it. Yeah, undeniably. Yeah, but it's like, it's a gift and a curse. You win the clutch, but you actually only had 1 alive. You don't win the following round. Ugh, it's real tough on you. monetarily. And yeah, big, small lead here. Quick round out to just get those 2 trades on the window and connector player. But yeah, interesting. Like, think about it like this, right? They're giving away a spot now. Like the prime position, whoever's in connector, probably getting the most frags, most impact, most highlight kills, most important. You trust that guy. Would, you know, Bimass would have had that spot? I don't think so. I don't think you'd give him that spot yet. You think he has the frag? He's the fragging potential for sure, but not the experience. But it's cool to see them give the keys to Kirby in that sense, like to really trust him. And you know, it's seriously, it's a probably most important CT position on this map. They're also playing a lot more with mid as opposed to giving up mid entirely, which is something they did quite often in what we can call previous iterations of FaZe, yesterday's FaZe.
Keto's going to walk out ramp, sees the head. Can't quite knock it off its post. Tabson close smoke, as is Kierby. Line him up, bud. Oh, it's actually Olaf from the base of connector to come out with that AK, gets the 2K, tosses it over to coldzera, because Olaf's now low, but Kierby goes down alone, and Broky's still yet to find an angle. An excellent recovery coming out of Big Clan. Olaf's here scratching his head like, damn it, I've got to do it all? And he could still. Or, at least, maybe he will set up Brokey, who is still back by connector, but I like this. Keto, he slips through the jungle smoke and finds Brokey mid-transition. Olaf, he stops that bomb. He's got 3 kills to his name already. As does Keto. Smoke goes down. Now that indicates the possibility of playing on the other side of it. Flash is going to miss the mark. Molly's instantly extinguished. I mean, if Olaf just has beautiful headshots right here, then, oh, he had a chance at the ace. But no, sir. Shut down and bested by Keto, who just now got himself right up there with the rest of his team. So just forget what I said about a slow start. Keto in absolute control, as is Big. 8 rounds to 5 now. But this was the play. Olaf at the base of connector. You know, he's sitting inside of window. He didn't see anything cat. He said, I'm going to go for it. And he absolutely finds the better of the timing. Crazy. Third one onto the bomb as well. Denies it, but obviously low HP. Difficult clutch to finish from there on out. Yeah, that was the only one to really have these big impact rounds here on the CT side rifles. He had the 1v3, the only rifle round they won. And then that's the closest they've come to another one. And we'll see this kind of synergy here between coldzera and Olaf Meister looking over at B. Still a bit concerned about middle. coldzera got flanked, holding out a grenade, I think, for his B player last time. So now they've seen that the pace has changed. They're looking for what could be a mid default. And again, heavy presence from FaZe towards mid. This is just not something they do very often. Trying to kind of corral this heavy presence from Big. A little bit of this boils down to timing. Double Molotov inside of the ladder room, so completely countering where Cold could be, but the peek from Brokey misses the mark. Now, Tizian would have been within range to hear that footstep on the flames. Maybe he calls this out. Olaf is here to support Catwalk, but Catwalk's not the problem. It's the A site that's under question round after round. And we've seen them plant for connector as well quite often. Oh, it goes from bad to worse. Tizian and Searson with another kill apiece. I mean, this is nearly a flawless round coming out of Big, and we're in the waning few moments of this first 15. Yeah, it was Tabby Cat, that was the problem. Creeping up. Creeping and crowling. Well, Brokey. Let's see what you can do. A highlight reel. We'll snub out the C4 exploding here, so it looks like you're in some insane post plan on T side. Yeah. We'll change out your gloves and arm model. Put some dubstep. Make it look like ridiculous hold. Maybe your CT camping the bomb. No scope. Oh, okay. Come on, 2 more. Ah, nice try. Is an exit ace still an ace? That's the big question. I think technically. Yeah, kind of. Feels like a 4K, but I think it does count. All right, so one more to go. Big, I mean, I feel like, you know, we had that wishy-washy first 5 rounds where it felt like, are the individuals of FaZe truly going to be enough? But then we've seen Big with just some really clean executes, really fast pace, almost like a suffocating pace to some of these starts. And understandably, as per expectations, nobody here on the Blast squad had predicted the FaZe clan win. Olaf pass. Oh my god! Another? Dude. No. Shut down after 2, but I'm not going to say
I don't get it.
that those weren't beautiful. Good scout play in mid. Coldzera beneath the B apps could be enough to give FaZe Clan their 6th round. Is a 6th CT round possibly enough? Brokey's gonna clamp down onto Tabson, so Xantera's in the 1v3. He has a 13-5 score line so far this half, and now he's in the post plant. He backs up. Has to be cautious as they're encroaching from all 3 directions and he never sees it coming. It is FaZe Clan with a 6th. Kierby gets that one, and FaZe could have a chance here. Join us after the break to see what goes down.
Olaf was probably the only player on FaZe Clan who had impact on the rifle rounds. He had a 1v3, he had an almost 1v5, or 1v3 with an ace. He had another round where he got the 2 scout kills, and those are all the rifle rounds that they won. Apart from that, they won 2 pistoling rounds and then 2 anti-ecos. So, you know, what's crazy is just how well Olaf is playing. As a whole, still up for debate.
Okay, well, good to know that's where we stand before the second half really gets rolling, but Keto, well, he got himself 2 headshots before dying himself. Tabson looking for his chance to strike, but Kierby coming back from Sandwich as it is FaZe Clan to close.
I have no more questions. You know, FaZe Clan. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. Let's see. We'll see what they bring on this T side. Now the big benefit is, of course, because they won an important round. They got the 2 anti-ecos.
Yes.
You know, they got themselves to a 6-round half. So no matter how you dice it, we now with a pistol look at a position where they could be tied. It's not like we can sleep on Big Clan's CT side by any means, but, well, they couldn't ask for more, FaZe Clan. So very excited to see how Olaf is going to fill in on the T side now, what they've talked about, what they're changing. And also look at Kierby's position, considering we saw him take the star player position on CT side. What an interesting thing to happen this match.
That's kind of the nicest thing about an unknown quantity, right? A literal day-old roster here in FaZe.
Yeah. Because, you know, Colt could have been like, puffed his chest up and said, move over, kid, I'm taking connector.
Yep.
But he didn't.
And I don't think anybody could have argued against it.
Yeah.
So nice to see Kierby. But I think, you know what, this is because that even when Nico was still here, Kierby was slotting in successfully.
Yeah.
Right? We talked about it slightly beforehand.
It also could be Kierby playing it for North, but I can't actually say for sure. Not sure.
Sure. Well, right now it's raining cold, cutting down these pistol players at the A site. Another fight unfolding here on Catwalk leaves Keto wounded and then dealt with. 5 up for FaZe Clan. This is looking like an excellent T-side start.
Yeah, definitely. Up, spread the map, grabbing the kills, not dropping on the anti-eco. Already in position here, we're big one to try to save if possible. Good. And Searson will try to hightail it. All their stats are a little bit strange because we've seen some downturn in performance. Like Tabson really has been dropping a lot, but just like very, very recently, we've seen a couple of good matches here and there for a lot of them. For Keto, for Tabson, for Searson as well. Searson still has so much more to show us in his career as a German opper, right? I mean, he is a prodigy. I think it's kind of insane how good he got, how quickly. And what we saw from this spree when Big became the #1 team in this online era, for what it's worth, how Searson was outclassing other oppers of a higher caliber was absolutely unbelievable. Something you just don't see very often.
And now we kind of come to expect it a little bit more, right? Like the red flags have been up a little bit longer, but man, when he was first out dueling those players, it was shocking stuff.
He looked unstoppable.
A bit of a dud nade here by FaZe, kind of thrown amidst their own ranks, but it's all right. Full damage control. Double Galil AK versus Deagle and the MAC-10. But Keto, with the Deag, has managed to slip into the A ramp. Unfortunately for him, Bomb circumvents this threat.
Well, actually,
Searson's in T-spawn. Guys coming back from mid, making a ton of sound. Kierby's never going to see this one coming. So that's one. Now he could go back middle.
Oh no,
go back mid.
Yeah, we've got the activity from the A ramp players. What I was looking at,
and they're not going to expect this timing. Oh, but Keto, he swings a little bit too wide. AK in position. It's Searson versus Cold as Rain's hands were occupied putting down bomb. But now that it's planted, he throws a second molly, flash in the middle of it all. Searson doesn't know what day of the week it is, and he's fallen to 35 HP. So clearly not ideal, but not over until he says so. Gonna go ahead and tuck tail, give FaZe their 9th. And we're all tied up yet again.
Close call. You know, you want to say Sears or Keto, could he have played that differently on the A ramp? And could he have laid back and waited? It's like, yes, that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll win the round. So he probably smelled an opportunity. And also they walked all the way through Palace, so wasn't aware that they were both there. Could have been a different situation if he was. But that's why we have the shift key. So now after this 2-on-1 end to the round, lots of money here for FaZe Clan, looking very healthy. They can all buy FaZe chains after this game. The amount of money they have left over. Brokey's going to pick up the op here on T-side Mirage. We'll see how he works that. Mr. Hot Sauce himself, Mr. Searson, is also going to grab one for his CT position. Not a great spawn for him, though.
Yeah, maybe just going to want to float that one back a bit. We'll see. Not that there's any kind of a duel for him at the base of ramp. Two members of FaZe Clan working through Palace instead. This puts Keto in an interesting position.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Is he? Whoa.
Too many heads all at the same time.
Yeah.
He just got peeled apart. Not that he did anything wrong, just wrong place at the wrong time. Rain gonna get flashed around the corners of the staircase. That's a blinded Searson, easy for the taking. Coldzera gonna challenge out from Palace, perhaps. Not without a flash, which yet again is on the mark. So the team play here is working out excellently for FaZe, and they've gone ahead and steamrolled through the A site flawlessly once more. Brokey could have been the only death, but this is looking like 5 alive because Big, they walk away. Double digits for FaZe first.
Yeah, it was an awkward round, of course, because we see Keto, he's trying to follow one player, another peeks out. I think, from my perspective, in that kind of setup, you probably want to have the two-man setup on the A ramp so you can maintain control of it and then either push it if you hear Palace or be able to trade if Palace comes out and you want to fight. But if one person standing at A ramp falling back, we saw that there was a player on the other side of the smoke in A ramp as well. Keto's not really giving himself a lot of room to breathe in that position. So in some sense, he's asking to fight a losing battle. You know, if he goes for this opening kill on the A ramp, Coldzera probably trades him on his way back, vice versa, wherever it is. So on the one hand, I'd like to see him get some help there if he's going to play there. But on the other, if he's going to play there, maybe to try to play within the ramp and try to, play a bit more passive and hold.
Let's see what they do with this bit of a lead. Coldzera already with another one. This time inside of the Palace, and this time just dealing with the Deagles. So no matter what he does, it shouldn't be too impressive. But it's the grunt work. It's the heavy lifting. It's the easy peasy pickups. They're going to give FaZe some very real momentum. I mean, look at the cash they already have in the coffers. 9.2 on Rain, 7,000 on Olaf. The other guys are going to benefit from this the most. But now we're talking about a FaZe Clan on 11 rounds, leading by 2, with 2 or 3 buys in their back pocket. Now, Keto could dish out some damage before he goes down, but it seems he'll get that single kill versus Kierby. And look at that cash. Fat stacks for FaZe.
See if they can pull this off. Tizian had that 3K entry, but 9 kills in total. Not an amazing map so far. On the other hand, kill distribution for FaZe is tight.
Yeah.
14 to 17. Everyone contributing. Every single player on FaZe is positive. Really makes you think.
What if Olaf's back for good?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it does seem like a commitment of some sort, right? I mean, I guess this is as long as he wants to play. That was the only real, like, if it was some kind of situation where he was just going to play a couple games, we brought up some other players. Whoa, shot dropped by Keto.
Luckily, Tabson was there to pick up somewhat of the pieces. Gap in the smoke almost cost him his life. He is still alive, however, barely standing. Rain's okay from CT spawn for now, but there's Searson's op finding a frag up on mid. So the only thing FaZe had going for them other than the players on the site was Olaf. He's now dead. tabseN so incredibly blind that he was looking into the wall on the wrong side. And because of that, it's an easy pickup for FaZe. With Rain getting an additional kill back by Ticket, you suddenly have a man advantage. And what is the trend from Big? The saves.
Wow. They got pushed out of position. Yeah, Keto, he's getting owned. He's getting owned. This time he tries a new spot. He's like, all right, I'm going to try something different. Not close A ramp, not with a rifle, not floating around. Give me the op, put me in CT spawn. I know they're going to walk out.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a free shot. But he doesn't hit it. He wasn't even really blind, I don't think. I want to give him that. I don't think I can. And FaZe come through, keep it simple. Burst up the A ramp.
Works.
I'll be honest, I can't wait for this desk.
Sure.
I can't wait for this desk.
Yeah.
I just want to know. I just want to see from all perspectives, like what do we take away from this? Such an interesting game from so many angles, right? Like, how could anyone predict that Olaf could, after himself saying, I don't even play this game anymore, to come back? You know, of all of the players you could come, and as a stand-in, we were talking about, you know, other potential stand-ins, and there's so many competent ones that you can consider, especially since FaZe are an international team. I mean, borders are open, quite literally, right? So, yeah, just so many different ways it could have gone. Plus the fact that they're playing on 5 days practice. I mean, 1 day since the announcement. Not even 5 days practice. What am I saying? I don't even know. Like, we don't even know. Where'd
you get that number from?
I made up a number. It was somebody else. It was,
okay, yeah.
it was another team.
Frickin' Pimp, man.
It was probably. It had to be Pimp.
Just lying through his damn teeth.
God, again.
All right, listen. We talked about how Big Clan are supposed to be able to dismantle challenges like this one, but the individuals of FaZe have come to play this evening. All 5 of them, most notably, right? We thought, oh, maybe this would be a big breakout from Brokey. Maybe he'd take over the server after a little bit of time. But, it's everybody putting up the frags here. Cold and Rain have gotten them so far thus in this round. And Searson answers with that op. It's not going to be a flawless one from FaZe, but it is still unfolding in their favor because the CTs are nowhere to be found on this A site. Dude, Big just keep falling back into save after save. Next thing you know, it's going to be FaZe on 15 rounds. But the bomb is actually yet to cross. Ooh, Rain picks up the headshot into Tizian. This puts Searson in an awkward position because he was just hoping to find someone attempting to plant on A. Santares now has that task. Tizzy, so blind.
Yeah. Well, looks like he's going to have a few free duels here. Olaf and Cold only flashes. I mean, certainly one has CT written on it, but we'll see. Might be an opportunity here for Santares to show us what he can get. And never mind. He will just get smoked by Cold Zero. On the rotisserie is Santares.
Turn it nice and slow. Sizzle the skin.
Enjoy that. And yeah, meanwhile, Searson got 1. And so could have been a 2-on-2 situation. But that goes awry, and Cold Zero puts 3 up on the board between him and Rain. They've got an ace. So 4 rounds of difference now for FaZe Clan. A's looking nice.
This is awesome.
Let's keep focusing on A, I think, right?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. We walked into this game thinking it was kind of bleak, you know. Hey, we'll have a warm-up match here, you and I. Start the group off with maybe a bit of a fizzle out, but
then Brokey
FaZe
starts laughing. Olaf starts hitting 1-digs. But man, we've all been lied to.
I feel like we felt it right from the get-go. Right from the get-go. When we saw Brokey double fist pumping.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Where was that Latvian energy before?
Something had clicked. Let's see if Searson can click back. He does get KRB, but that wasn't the only player on that smoke.
Oh, he's so mad. Brokey was just scoped in, a little bit off to the left. As soon as he walks out, of course, Searson finds a lucky timing. So that's a fortunate opening, actually, because Brokey was holding that. So you want to give him credit there. Ooh.
Second pickup from Searson.
Of course he's going to take that and turn it into a multi.
Yes. Whew. And he's still going. 3rd frag to the kill feed. 4th one, potentially. 5th one, perhaps. Depends on the timing here with the peaks, but bomb was retrieved. Coldzera initially dropping it. Searson flash into the palace, hits the shot onto Olaf, can't quite finish with the frag, but Xantares is here to pick up those pieces. And just like that, round 23 is where Big will find their double digits. Still trailing by 3, and still having to deal with the individual levels of FaZe Clan. But Searson, right place at the right time.
I think he almost
3 times.
Listen, I think he almost gets lucky on this round to not get offed by Brokey on that opening peak. So he doesn't know it, but that was a good start for FaZe. Just a bit awkward on the bump with Kirby and Brokey at top mid. And we could have seen a whole different round. So Big definitely have a lot to be scared of. Of course, they're going up against all 5 of FaZe Clan before buying had over 10K as well. So they got a lot of fat in the bone right now. They've got to chew through. Oh, that got you too excited. That was supposed to be a bad thing. But now we're just thinking about stakes.
Well, what's at stake? Big's pride?
How dare you come through with that pun?
Up on Searson, sniper for Brokey. Let's see if we get that fight back at mid. If it was down to Lady Luck, maybe she'll grace us yet again. Olaf's going to take early damage as it is FaZe facing at B. And tabseN kind of playing inside of the ladder room. Xantares, he hears this one coming a mile away. Now this could suddenly activate the players behind him, which would mean a concentrated hit on the B site. Tizian fully committed to holding this, but Tizian's having himself quite the rough game. 9 and 20, and he just lost his support. He does have a second CT back by Cat, but their attention's turned towards him, and Tizian, still yet to be found, is just blown away through smoke. Olaf attempting to peek for an additional kill, but tabseN will stop him there and then. And when do the rest arrive? That's the question. Brokey, seeing a player at a distance, knows there's another up close, but even with the grenade onto Kierby, the bomb plant comes through. Brokey's looking to lock it down. 2v2. No utility left for the T side. 1 kit, 1 frag here for Big, but now it's only 1 player. Keto's gonna chuck out the utility, soften up Coldzera, but he has to deal with the sniper, and he sees that barrel. He's gonna sneak underneath it, almost hitting the headshot, focusing on Cold, but dying out in the end. It's FaZe Clan with a 14th round.
Hunter, that was such a wonderful round from FaZe from so many angles. They lose the opening kill coming up Cat. And then Brokey, he doesn't continue with the Cat split, right? It's called out of round. We're going to split B3-2. Brokey falls back with the off when his teammate dies and goes back to B halls. So all their protocols coming out of the B halls are predicated on Cat players coming up to help him out with some angles. So some smokes are missing, some flashes are missing. Brokey comes back to B halls, his teammates do all the work to change the round completely after he calls that, and then they still win. That's amazing.
The fact that they're able to pull through that sticky situation, look what it nets them. Deagles out of Big. This could be the 15th round secured for FaZe. Imagine that.
In that first half, I wasn't totally sold. When you contextualize the rounds, you know, 1 or 2 rifle rounds in total. But now we look at that last round, full on rifle, man disadvantage. You know, some great rounding from whoever decided to calm what. Guessing Brokey.
Ooh, timing.
Continued impact, opening up the A site. Now they're fending off match point and are doing a pretty good job of it. They've got the AK on, 5 players up.
Yep.
We'll see.
But can they keep tabseN away from this engagement on the A site? You know, he picks it up down in underpass. There's a player top mid that he duels versus. I mean, they have Kierby stuck in such an awkward spot, and now that he's dead, you're going to watch that AK in the hands of tabseN move rapidly into this A site. This is not a round Big are supposed to have any footing in. And now they've gone ahead and grabbed a second AK-47. You have 5 members of Big Clan completely congregated in connector. And with the bomb planted on default, Rain has nowhere to go. Look at this, man. It is a firing squad on the side of the staircase, and Brokey's sniper scope won't be able to flick fast enough, or will it? He takes down Xantares. Tizian trades him. Coldzera's back on ramp, waiting for his time, but tabseN connects it between the eyes, and Keto's a closer. Look at the damage that was output versus Big. And yet they still succeed. 14 rounds to 11.
Damn, they're so good. Just being a pressure cooker there in connector, putting so much emphasis on each angle, coming off of it, looking for fights, pulling players out of position, making them shoot, and then eventually exploding like a supernova from the stairs. And it's because of these great couple of pickoffs that make things really scary for FaZe Clan. Of course, they almost come through and pull it back. But yeah, that's as Big Clan surviving on a round they would have bought next.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw in the first half. They have the money now. They put it together. Plus, they have leftover money.
Woo. Game on.
And it's also FaZe Clan to have given them a full loss bonus.
Game on. And what a way to kick off the 26th. Headshot into Brokey through the smoke. FaZe, dude, they were so ready to hit that A ramp. And if they were to just charge out that A ramp, I mean, there's no way they know this. Only tabseN in position to try and hold them back. Instead, they're going to shift their attention towards the B site, which is currently held by 4 players, and CSGO's inside of the apartments. He goes underpass behind Olaf, and he's going to be able to escape. But because he saw that it was clear, we actually get Big moving out of position from the B site. This is awkward. CSGO going to spot them at the top of mid as he tries to retreat, and what a treat it is. A second kill from CSGO, but an answer back from Kierby on 100 HP in the 1v4. Only 3 kills to go.
Wow, we're just suddenly entered into a different reality.
Weird round.
Where Big can pick up a full eco and then turn around, just have like the best CP round of the whole map. They look so good. Really scary for FaZe to have to spend more money next round.
Nice angle.
Again, they don't have that loss bonus to fall back on. 3 of 4 here to Big Clan. And FaZe Clan have enough, like, you know, for a full buy this time around.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no, they're not even buying this time around.
So we're talking 13-14. Should be.
You know, maybe a little bit of pressure. You know, knowing the finish line is right there.
Right.
Exceeding expectations and all that.
It's crazy, you know, if FaZe don't go top mid, but instead follow into apartments where CSGO had just cleared out. I mean, B site was so clear for the taking. Let's see if that's where they decide to sink their teeth into this time.
Oh, that's a nade.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Full commitment with just the Tech-9's Deagle. Little to lose, lots to gain. Tizian has Olaf dead to rights, and he's got himself a second. But it's Xanteras and tabseN with the follow-up frags. coldzera's coming in from Catwalk. Completely known now, and he will get 1. But it's 1 and done, and still a single round the difference. FaZe holding on to their lead. But for how much longer, if even?
We all want to see it. We all want to see it. I'm just going to say it. It's going to be a hard series whether or not they win this map, but we all want to. At this point, you want to see FaZe finish across the finish line. This has been great for them, but 2-op setup, Big Clan. They got the crust out of their eyes. They're woken up. Morning coffee's in. 30 minutes into the match, the caffeine's flowing through the blood veins. Blood veins. The veins. Not the water veins, the blood veins. Wait, oh my God, tabseN, he had no idea that Kierby had walked into... He literally just moseyed so hard into connector. CSGO claps back.
Yeah.
And that's a lurker. Tizian will be a key component now. Interesting to try to spot a lurk, but Kierby has made his way into the window, and he is nested. He is comfortable. There is a split on the horizon, and it is looking very tasty.
Yeah, Tizian seems aware of it, though. Xanteras was on high alert, but he didn't anticipate rain coming in from connector. A 2-pronged assault from FaZe Clan coming up onto the A site. Tizian, the timing, he just looks away. We've got FaZe knocking on the door of this A bomb site, but they're not sure who's home.
This is redemption for Keto if he can, you know, put a round together here. He has been failing over and over again on the A site, but now he has an op.
They don't want to retake, not with that sniper setup, not with the 2 snipers. They've got the utility for it, though. Maybe if he can swap weapons, it's one thing. CSGO, he should have just, yeah, he saw the barrel. Oh, but Cold nearly checks him. The bomb plants in the open, and CSGO closes onto the head of Olaf. Rain's gonna cross inside of the smoke, gets 1, but that's done. Big, tying at 14 rounds apiece.
Round 29, I wouldn't have it any other way. Let's do it. Oh my God. Didn't expect this match to be so good. What a flank there from CSGO. Kills coming up on everybody. funnily enough, all of FaZe are still positive. Olaf 18 and 18. Everybody has tons of kills though. It's really, Keto, Tizian for Big that have been a tiny bit questionable. Couple of shots being missed here and there. But nothing else matters right now. Oh, tough here, FaZe. They're going all their eggs in this basket. Shells of an AK, 2 Galils for Brokey and Cold. And how deep is the playbook right now? We've seen majority A execs that have gone really well. Keto, he's putting himself out there. He's in front triple. He's in danger if he misses.
Oh, you talked about his redemption. He's going to miss the first one. Suddenly, he is in hot water. All around him, the bullets start flying, and Olaf, he's connected too. Can Keto actually do this? Back in for second servings, misses the flick shot, and it's Kierby close on the smoke. Somebody's walking away with a 15th round, and it's looking like the FaZe clan. Tizian, last man at bat for the CT side, and he goes down empty-handed. They've done it. It's overtime at least. For the roster, no one counted on.
And they're smart. I mean, why not smile? This is the play. Olaf walks out of connector.
Wow.
He grabs the trade frag. Xanteris, one of the best refraggers in the game, goes down to Olaf, who hasn't touched it in months.
Actually, Freya did us a very solid favor.
Yeah.
Sent me a text message in the middle of all this.
Yeah.
She said that when she spoke to Olaf earlier,
he
said he's been practicing with the team for the last 2 days.
2 days, okay.
So that's...
I thought it was 1 day, but two. Okay. That's good.
2 days of practice, huh? Is that all he needs?
That's all 48 hours? That's all you need. It's LGB Olaf right here.
Ah.
Back in the day. Damn.
With rain.
It's crazy how much impact he's had as a rifler, just like on all the maps, the development of the maps and stuff.
It's crazy. I mean, he's just he is walking Counter-Strike.
You know what though? Flush did the exact same thing. He took like an entire summer and a half off.
Sure.
Came back, won his first tournament.
Easy. All right, round 30. Let's focus forward. I'm so happy we don't get some kind of like dismantled, dilapidated buy on either side. It's just a straight up gun round for either OT or Mirage in the back pocket of FaZe, forcing Big Clan to have to try and reverse sweep the series. The opener here in the second group. Oh, Xanteris under pressure. Oh, but Rain gets cleared out by Tabson. He tries his damnedest to stay alive. However, Brokey on the sniper. This is looking like OT needed. Cold Zera comes crawling out from the hedges. And what can he do? 50 HP, 1v3. Minute on the clock, no bomb. Patience. Delicate movement. Minimize mistakes.
What is it, a Kleenex commercial?
Nobody's gonna give him a thing. No. I mean, if he could slip around catwalk and get the 1v1 on B site, then he had a chance. But it is the slap from Searson, his 27th kill, to give it 15 all.
Let's do it. Let's go overtime. I do feel bad. This is not the easiest thing to do when you spend a whole map like trying out things. If only 2 days practice and so on. But well, let's see. So it's already amazing that FaZe got this far. We're going to take it into overtime now. FaZe had a really good T-side to pull that back from 6 rounds, right? From 6 rounds. Tons of impact here from Olaf, even on the T round. A couple of great entries in the final clutch moments of the game. And yeah, some strats that were very interesting. Like thinking back to that Brokey round where he falls back off Cat and they continue on with the B exec. They've really threatened all parts of the map at one point or another. So I'm sure it won't be the last time they'll be able to have a lot of variety here on the T side.
Whoa.
Tabson opening and a heavy stack towards A. We've got a bit more support here for our boy Keto this time around. He is still splitting up his attention. Like there's not 2 players beside each other. And Olaf is in the smoke. I don't know if this is a good fight. We'll see how it works for him.
Yeah, it's about to get weird. Oh, damn.
Okay, it's fast.
Oh, what?
Well, when you can aim like that.
Joey, I want a replay.
Okay.
Hot damn. Okay, Big Clan coming into overtime with a little bit of conviction.
He's really risking it, though, in that position. A lot about tabs in here to control everything at mid. They
Second kill.
not letting FaZe get into connector control and not letting him get away with any A-ramp walkouts.
Yep.
They've not been doing a good job, of course, of stopping them of coming out the A-ramp. So, getting your thumb on the problem where it hurts, I think, not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Maybe doubling up next
Stick
time.
your thumb in the wound.
Right.
It's gonna get gross, but
Pour some Dr. Pepper on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really
what you gotta
disinfect
do.
it.
A little spit shine. Tizzy in, almost through the smoke. Oh man, he gets a frag grenade on his face. Mid control taken here by FaZe. They're kind of sniffing out all these positions. A little awkward for Tabson. Both teams kind of mirrored one another, right? Tabson's inside of the ladder room, and his opponent's on the other side, but the mollies are going to burn him into the open. Or, no, he's found a safe haven, at least for now.
Okay, listen, it was Olaf last round. Let's see what happens. But Keto is making his presence. I can't believe he's floating so much. Oh my god, what is he asking for with this fight? I don't understand the way that he's playing this A-ramp.
Well, Searson playing the triple stack, looking for more kills, has himself a second. Just saw a glimmer of Kierby on the catwalk, so he's ready and posted. But Kierby's able to take the head off of the player at the B site. Broky's got the bomb. He has to sprint as quick as his little legs can take him. Kierby cutting off the first rotator, leaves Searson the solo CT. And I mean, they know exactly where he is because he was instrumental to that A bomb site defense.
I think he's capable, but FaZe have played this perfectly up until this point, of course. And Searson's going to make a jump here. Of course, he's gonna make it, no problem. Oh, yeah. Scared of heights.
Oh, that's the walk of shame. Let's see, Kierby, 3 kills. Searson zinging one by the bench. Broky's posted, and it's perfect. FaZe Clan 16 all.
Nice round to bring it back. That was clean.
Yeah. What'd you make of that A-ramp fight?
Dude, what is that? What is Keto doing every round?
That's what I was fishing for.
I wasn't, trying not to be too negative, right? But it was like, he's always alone, number one. And at first I was like, somebody should help him out. But now I'm starting to wonder if he's asking to be there by himself, because he keeps doing the same thing. And yeah, he had one amazing round, but some crazy aim involved, right? You don't want to put yourself in that spot every time.
He's running, smoke's fading. That's not a... Oh my god, the flash is fantastic, but another one comes back the other way. Oh, Kierby trying to recover, but his spray not quite on point. Opper nearly dead now. Keto gives chase, and that is Lady Luck rearing her head to the delight of Big Clan. 4v2 turn 4v1. It's done. 2 CT rounds for Big. And what is FaZe's answer?
Well, we'll find out. Two to win this game here for Big Clan. Now that we get past that.
Dude, these top mid flashes, at first both the CTs were blind, and then the terrorists were blind as they extended, and I still have to think that FaZe had the favorable fight. Then this happened.
Yeah.
You know?
No, the flashes were good for FaZe, right? The first ones, I think, those palm tree flashes are maybe the ones that caught Keto.
Yeah.
But he wasn't full blind, maybe?
Sure.
We saw from his perspective. There were the flash assists, of course, in the eye.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're way too generous with those sometimes.
Okay.
I think they were planning to be half blind.
Just feel like a bit better aim on Kierby, and he lines up those two players.
True.
I think...
yeah. I think it is fair to say the T's go for mid-control, the CT's go for mid-control. You'd probably rather be a T. Sure. You know, you get the swing advantage, the high round advantage, whatever you want to call it. No cover to fall back on as a CT. But when it's executed well, like we saw from Big, they can make the improbable possible, and they do it with Keto as well, which is cool. They found a different way to utilize him early on.
Ooh.
What an ang. He's not going to be able to fall back. We'll see if we can get the mow down. Oh my god, they're going to...
a
run boost.
Not even. Just the peak, but that's the bomb. Kierby. Oh my god. Tizian's just, your Tabson rather, gifting it to him. You'd think. Keto comes out, saves the day. For now, Xantera is trying to challenge out from Palace, is bested by Brokey, and what's the move, Big? They're going to shift their feet entirely towards the A site. And they're not wasting time.
Yeah, they started walking, but...
A bit too late?
A bit late. I don't know if they heard this.
Crucial fight. Crucial fight. And Tabson's so incredibly low that now Rain, I mean, he is going to be a thorn in the side of Big. They are still able to find their entry, but their attention has to be turned towards Palace. That's going to be such a problem for them. How else do they get out of this spot? They could challenge inwards where Olaf is holding with his op, and sure enough, it's now down to only Tizian. He is so surrounded, able to best the player on the ticket, but there's Olaf to close. 17 rounds each, anybody's first map.
That was close. He got the hard kill, the one they didn't know about, but he knew about Palace. He could have outplayed Rain, and Olaf was too far away. There was a chance there. It was slim. You know, Palace is a really strong spot to be in for that position, but there was a chance that Palace doesn't even peek, leaving Olaf in a 1v1 for how far he was away. So what is that insane shot as well? One you could only see with X-Ray. Holy smokes, Olaf.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, indeed.
Oh, massive gap, man. Just trying to give Brokey a chance at an opening kill. But alas, he falls back empty-handed.
Let's see what they're thinking. Kirby's on Cat this time around. Back to where we know he's so good at holding this window, basically, with an AUG.
Olaf takes substantial damage. Tabson, he's headhunting. God, look at the map control Big have. They are everywhere, and yet nowhere all at the same time. FaZe not sure what exactly is about to come their way.
Really just about coldzera to catch lurks. He can spot them off Cat. Brokey gets an opening kill too, and there's going to be now.
Yep.
Pay attention to Cold's movements
He's
here.
close. Keto up in his face, gets the trade. Rain's position unbeknownst to Big, and they're going to move that bomb in. coldzera, he gets his headshot versus Searson, but there's the saving grace. And for now, CT is open. That bomb plant could be everything. A 3v3 in the post. Quadruple flashbang for FaZe. First one thrown out. Peek from Olaf nets them nothing. It's deeper positions coming in from Big. They've got one in Sandwich, one on Tetris, and a third player back on ramp. Layers upon layers. And the first Slayer is Keto. Now coldzera's trying to peek wide. He knows he's on triple, but they still don't know about the other two. Here comes Antares and Tizian both with a headshot each.
A great hold. I mean,
Big 18.
18. One more, they close this out no matter what happened in regulation. All the rough rounds, they've looked stronger in OT. Nice kill and post here from Keto, as well as an opening to get onto the A site. As you mentioned, so much map control for FaZe Clan to fight against without even really knowing it. They had a three-pronged assault from Connector, Palace, and A ramp. And I think Cold played his position well, got one of the frags in Connector, but by that time, it was a bit too late. Will Big pick up one more T round in a row, or will we see FaZe Clan take this to a second overtime? We're going to find out pretty quickly.
Hell yeah, we will. Big Clan just wasting no time. Gearing up for the A hit. One player already out from Palace. FaZe trying to challenge on the side of these smokes, but they've lost their vision. And because of the deeper smokes, you'd think they'd find nothing. Kierby's still able to get one Rain. He's got a gap, but Keto's got the frag. What a turnaround from Keto. He started this map so slow.
Wait a second. They're pushing through to stop this plant, and they will.
It works! coldzera's got himself the double. It's a man advantage back for FaZe, but there is still Searson coming in slowly from mid, and they're going to have two members of FaZe pinched in Connector.
Oh my god. The bomb can actually fall back.
He gives him his back!
Searson, he doesn't know there's a second player in front of Connector. How carefully? Oh my god, he grabs that!
Now it's all on Brokey. He's going to move his sniper into the site, but Searson with the 3K, that late lurk through mid. It's enough to get map one in the back pocket of Big. FaZe trying their damnedest in a series we expected to fizzle out, and oh baby, what a first map.
That delivered. I mean, listen, we all had reservations about FaZe, at least if you had half a brain, but see where FaZe are placing in Olaf and how comfortable he looks on this map.
I see him.
Are placing in Olaf and how comfortable he looks on this map.
I see him immediately heading out towards ramp.
Okay.
Understandably. We'll see whether he stays there for eternity. Kierby with the kickoff. Rain, well, there's a player just flying past him. Difficult kill to get. And a 4v3 nonetheless. However, bomb plant on that A site. Easy. Wrap around from Trophy. Kierby with another kill to the feed leaves a 1v4 situation for Keto. Now, what the hell's he supposed to do about this? Coldzera running inwards, gonna get popped, and a second shot into the face, a third, get the third! Now he's gotta get back behind the door, he's jumping, it's desperate, I don't know what it is, but it's a pistol round win regardless. FaZe are gonna take it.
Make that doorway bigger.
Oh.
The movement, the door, it didn't open fast enough.
Door stuck!
Door stuck.
Door stuck!
He couldn't get out of there. Oh, it was so close.
I love how it went from like the cleanest first possible one tap into like a messier second into an awkward third,
and then
the
here is where it
desperation,
gets...
right? You feel him like teetering. It's almost like a it's like a Looney Tunes moment. You know, he's standing on the edge. He's fallen 80% of the way. He's still waving back and forth, and then he plummets to his death in the end. So. Luckily for FaZe, that's not where they had guns. It's not really any kind of a cost against them. It's just...
All right, well, welcome to this episode of Who's Got the Better Buy. Tease will grab an AK, Galil, Scout. Second round buys are nuts, man. So without a bomb plant.
Do you like game shows?
Oh, sorry, the bomb was down. Excuse me. Okay, what's that?
So do you like game shows where economies make no sense? Come on over to Valorant.
Or Counter-Strike even.
Frag grenade on the head of Tizian. So unfortunately for Big, they have not yet found any opening. That AUG outside with Brokey by its side was good enough to start. Galil and an AK. Coldzera just gets back into cover as the deagle sounds off. And Brokey, man, he's helping everyone, everywhere. Bomb's been thrown out into the open. Keto's position known. Executed from the top of the ramp. That's FaZe with the 2-0 start.
Nice and clean. And yeah, they had an expensive buy. No SMG concessions. So they had to get the kills, and they couldn't afford to lose any players. It would have just been an expensive round overall. And they do a good job of that. 3 kills on Keto off the pistol round. 1 on Tizian, also on that pistol round, I believe. And... everyone keeps most of their grenades as well. So they'll have another farm up round here, and the CTs can really get on their feet.
Get on up. And get on down. Frag grenades. Blowing Keto away. AUG. Easy pickup versus a peak like that one. However, Tabson. Ooh. Frag grenade damage to follow suit, but Brokey.
Great HEs.
Everywhere.
Great.
Everywhere. I'm happy that FaZe get to start off on the CT side.
Okay.
That to me was... Oh, yeah. Yes. More of that. As much of that as possible, please.
That was a great shot. Downrange.
Can we replay that one?
Off the heavens. Blow.
Shimon. Okay, we have to settle down now because there's guns, and suddenly things could take a turn for the worst.
Yeah. We're only drinking water, right?
Working on it.
Full util kits. This T round is pretty quiet. Well, actually, the push. It's from the CTs actually getting way aggressive outside with Kirby, weaponizing him, having him run out for the opening kill. It was off, I think, a flash player. It might have been also just Searson tucked into the... trying to watch the push on the right side of the smoke. Again, the smoke we see everyone throw. Sometimes people are hanging on the right side of it now. Sometimes the push is coming in. The CT push is becoming very common, but the reason it's hard to stop is because there's a couple of ways that you can push around it. And CTs are more happy these days to go for a kill and get traded than they have been in the past. Like right now, FaZe got some good info that Big Clan were going to set up for something outside, whether it's cross smokes or otherwise, and that's a mental advantage there.
The mini wrap could be fruitful. Rain's gonna have a player behind him in just a moment, but it's actually Xantares to best him. Tabson denying Brokey outside. Olaf has an angle, but Tizian, great headshot. And he's even gonna start wrapping back to watch the flank. Sure enough, Coldzera already in position. Now down to the 1 versus 2. Bomb planted on the mini side of sight. Xantares cautious of the hut exit. It's a known position. If Coldzera were to just go for the wall bang, maybe he could line it up, but obviously that would be ambitious.
Huh, interesting. AK there to save if he wants to. I think he's just going to grab it and go.
Yeah, call it quits. Understandably, FaZe Clan had a chance on that hold, but I would say the player in the bomb site going down for free, and then also Olaf getting wrecked by that Tizian peek. I mean, he had the angle held, he anticipated the shot, but just instantaneous frag the other direction. So welcome to the board, Big Clan.
That's nice. I mean, again, it's a 4-on-4 situation. They continue on with a walkout side. You know, maybe FaZe try to get in their head a bit, like, hey, we just called you out going outside. Maybe you won't commit, but then they do. They just do it incognito, right? Control shift N.
Yep.
Walk up to the side of Mini.
Headshot, headshot.
Ends up working out well. All right, let's see if they. Let's see if FaZe implore any more aggressive option on this round or how they approach it. It looks like Kirby is going to go secret off of this push, maybe hang out on the vent. We'll see. Control stairs is his position right now. Yeah, he might be pushing up with the AUG, so he'll weaponize himself again. I love how they're using Kirby right now.
Will he get the contact? Will he get the better of the timing?
Ooh, where's that?
That looks like a deep lobby frag, perhaps. They see this cross. Kirby on high alert. Ooh, nice movement. Rain's able to get back into position. Oh, snappy headshot. He knows there's more players here. Metal and flames flying by, frags and fire all around them. And Olaf, he is the insurance policy in case they think they can eject up vents. Brokey honed in on doorway.
That was a real perfect movement from Rain. Wonderful. Brokey knows he's right side here.
Rain's going to walk back into it. There's that anticipated frag. That's the Opper dead to rights. So FaZe with a 4th round already.
That was sick.
4 survivors with the guns. Perfect.
They had 2 out to the ramp, so I don't know if when someone was watching Brokey's back, but he has an angle. Like, how are you supposed to do anything about that? He's sitting in the middle of B bomb site with an op out. He's going to get a kill. And yeah, again, Kirby's information is everything. They can continue on once again after getting the kill, but trade it out with some damage sprinkled in on top. And then they get downstairs. You know, Rain's in position because that kill came out nice and early. Olaf's down there. Real sick stuff. I think the reason that this map would be harder for FaZe compared to Mirage is because it stresses the CD communication unlike any other map with the verticality of the vent. Sure. I mean, even DJ gets stressed out observing this map. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he came back here after Mirage. He was sweating bullets.
Yeah, and now we're on Nuke. It's getting crazy. There's layers to this map, and that's what makes it hard. So I think Big need to put as much emphasis on that as possible, right? We need to see as much squeaky presence as possible. We need to see as much outside control as possible. And we need to see as many, of course, opening kills to make sure the communication is as stressed as possible, because I think that's their, main key to victory.
Whoa. Oh, it's such a slight gap, but I don't think he sees anything for it. I love this. The conga line through the smoke grenades. I mean, called out by the frag. That right there indicates, of course, that they're wary of it. And Kierby gets out of garage as 3 players take his position, but he's got to be careful.
Yeah. Small risk exposing himself to credit card, and you see he's very uncomfortable, but he does have the right idea. Like, he can actually stand here.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to fall for it. He knows how patient Big are.
No sight on cross, no contact down B. He's going to start clearing this all up. Excellent 3K from Kierby. Really good idea from Big. If Kirby decides not to switch out to credit card, but rather go tuck in the back of garage, then that could have been an easy 3 versus 1 to Big's favor. They grab the gun off of him. They find an opening elsewhere, as Zantares has just done. And there's at least some sort of a cost versus FaZe in this 6th round. But that is not the case. That is not the world we live in. This world features Zantares 1v4 op in hand. 25 seconds. That's not too long to save. Everybody else would buy up around him. He'd sit pretty on 18. Just make sure you don't die after time if you think about saving this.
Well, a strong showing already, and it's not luck.
No.
We're seeing some good stuff work. I'm loving how Kirby has been playing these rounds so far. Again, very proactive, really showing his star player potential.
Ouch.
Yeah, really showing his star player potential. some good rotations to lower, some good responses. Everything seems very good so far, and they're keeping it nice and simple. And I really think Big need to threaten more vent dives here and see if they can exploit something in that regard. We are on a better round here for Big Clan, so mind you, it's a pistol plus a couple of anti-ecos, one rifle round really that they've won over Big, and one traded back.
Yeah. But
this will be another foundational round to their CT side. Xanterra's only on a P250 somehow.
Died at the end of the last round, so no bonus.
Oh right, what am I talking about?
So the two takeaways from that is Searson has to buy his own, no utility.
Yeah.
And then Xanterra is relegated to the P250. So
oh, that's awkward.
Rain, good for the double spray. Keto trades, and Olaf remains sitting pretty up above. 2 players out from Squeaky. I love this proactive movement coming out of Kierby. However, Olaf kind of drops the shot somewhat here. He will die out to Keto. That's the chance back for Big. But again, we still have Kierby working his way through lobby. And as he has that flank already, the ramp man doesn't have to go for it himself. That's going to allow double peeks coming in from heaven, and Kierby serving as an anchor. Now, if he hears Searson...
Oh, this is awkward because
he hears him. Oh. Easy pickup. Searson scope towards Trophy. Because Kierby flanks that way, again, the Trophy man never comes into the play. But Keto's coming back. He's hunting Kierby, who only has to buy time at this point. Xanterra's 1 versus 3. Gets that instant headshot. Actually costs him half his health. Coldzera on the rafters. And that's all they need. FaZe with a 6.
Real beautiful moves from Kierby that round. I mean, first of all, he comes for the big flank. Another round full of proactivity from him.
Yeah.
And then when he comes in on the big flank, some people are drooling on the big flank in that position. They're like, I'm running through Squeaky and getting all of these, retake kills before the bomb gets planted. No, Kierby stands there and waits for them to come into the best retake positions and then finds an opening to move after that. Like, really good bit of discipline and aim, of course, when he gets the second kill on top of it. And, of course, Rain picks this great timing to peek out when they're running out of the choke point. And as we can see, I mean, the site's not really swarmed in flashes. They were relying heavily on getting those opening entries. And, Rain in his position should be a little bit more blind than that, I think.
Oh my God.
That was a pensive thinking man right there. I mean, I can only imagine the amount of strats going through his mind.
5-round lead on the CT side of their opponent's map choice. Not the FaZe clan I think many of us expected to see tonight, but definitely the FaZe clan that a lot of us are happy showed up. Nobody wants a fizzled out series. How about a clash? A fast smack in the face versus Rain. Down goes Olaf as well. You talked about weaponizing that vent aggression, weaponizing a little bit of pace change on the A site, and there you have it, Launders, just as you asked. An 8th round that Big finally decide to just crank the dial. And it works.
Yeah, I do like that tabseN's willing to call the same strat again, kind of, as long as he can identify what went wrong, try it again, and everyone trusts him. They go for it. I don't know if the flashes worked better this time around. Saw a flash assist, but it looked like it was only on Big, not even on their opponent. So we'll see if that's actually a thing. But what's important, I think, for Big is just winning this round with some money left over. Deagle to Searson's name on this one.
Oh, Brokey's. Ooh, dodges the flag. Come on now. Oh,
baby.
Collateral. That's going to keep 1 AK out of the hands of Big. And a pistol player popped as well.
That's really expensive double, considering what Big's just gone through.
Yes, sir. Searson's very expensive. He's coming with a price tag this game for somebody who's 0-8.
Yikes.
At least Big will have their second round. Boom. Like bowling pins. But with bullets.
With bullets and humans. Okay, lined it up. All right, let's see what they try again. Searson, he's got that off, and he loses the duel. Brokey a bit too quick on Mouse 1 today. Tizian will drop a smoke out of Squeaky. They're continuing to apply pressure here, which is great, but that opening kill percentage swinging back into the favor of FaZe Clan.
tabseN in the smoke, though. Very cool.
Oh, Rain is gonna, he has to molly this. Cool.
He didn't.
He didn't throw it. We've all been there.
Now what? Oh my God, that actually changes everything. Olaf's still comfortably up in heaven. Kierby will find his fight outside, so tabseN's taken out of Mini. Bomb planted on the short side of Silo. They're cautious about this flank. They don't want to lose out to Kierby, but Kierby's actually the second player on flank. Santeras, nice off angle. He's actually trying to take the challenge, gets the headshot.
Great spray control.
Now maybe Olaf can draw attention back towards heaven. Kierby swings for the fences. No, they're not going to swing at all. They're going to concede it. They're going to save their weaponry. The double AUG called off. And, oh, wait, Olaf with a parting gift. But still, regardless, that's a third round for Big's T side.
Yeah, I'm sympathetic to Rain because, of course, he pulls out the smoke calmly to toss it down, and he would have been down to like 20 HP. Everyone's been in that situation. If you get flashed at vent and then mollied, you're down to 20 HP whether you throw the smoke or not. Of course, he tries to throw it, switches his gun, gets mollied and died.
Yeah.
Now, it would have slowed down the execute a tad bit, but I still think he was a dead man walking, and I want to just credit Big for identifying he was in that spot. They completely, they earned that kill, I think, one way or another. It would have been a couple of, shots through the vent, and he would have died after they saw that smoke come out. So, we'll see. Want to say they would have won no matter what, but now we'll get another chance to see if, FaZe really saw some luck there.
This is big. I mean, this fight right here between the Oppers, Searson still 0 kills. 0 and 9. Contrast that to Brokey, who's the second best player for FaZe at the moment. And he's going to walk right into it. There it is. Searson on the board. Besting his counterpart.
Yeah, so this is where, communication starts to get scary for FaZe. It'll be a much more of a test for them. Do they have a man, they have coldzera and lower the FAMAS, but he's alone.
Yep. Not the most comfortable of spots. Meanwhile,
oh my god.
Tabson looking for a head, and Rain's going to give it to him. Now, Tabson knows there's another back in garage. He calls it out, and Searson body bags it. 5 versus 2. Looking like Big are going to take control of the game. Yeah, especially if they can get so many players alive. coldzera's been sat down here on this B site waiting for his chance to strike, but no one wanted to rumble.
Yeah, thought he was the next guy to have to take a duel, but he'll just be able to fall back and save this FAMAS. And they're coming for him though. They kind of know exactly where he went off to, and that's a third round in a row, 4th in total for the Big Clan. A nice convincing round after getting the opening kill. It was just a bit more patience for Searson than Brokey had, right? I mean, that's all it comes down to.
And I think that's actually the great move to make when you are 0 and 9. Be extra patient.
Right.
It's like it's when you
don't get timing as well.
Yeah. You realize you just got to sit back on your haunches.
That's a good point. Yeah. Little B or C game, as Elise like to talk about. If you're not feeling too hot.
It's like your score can't get any worse if you just make sure you don't die.
True. I can lose by moving from this angle, but I can't lose if they peek me.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. It's math.
Mathematics. We've seen Big's schematics piecing together the architecture of a T side here.
Okay, Eminem.
Eagle from Rain, dead. And picked up by Brokey. A little troll gets his hands on the Desert Eagle and just runs away with it. Makes some kind of snarling sound on his retreat.
They're doing great when they get that opening kill and outside control. They're being very confusing right now. This is kind of what, we're looking for. Poor Olaf by the vent. Low info here for the CTs despite having this push going on. And I'm sure it's, it's not set in stone where Big want to go. However, now they're starting to approach Mini, and this heaven wrap, more than enough time. Despite the CTs all being here, such great spots to attack from. However, a fantastic shot from coldzera.
Yeah, drops bomb with 25 seconds. coldzera looking like he's going to have to do it all. Bombs dropped over. And they know! Brokey knows that the other player had to cross 20 seconds. Keto, he's got the AK, he's got the Kevlar, but now Brokey's got his paws on an op. And coldzera's got the patience. Double flashbang. Where are they? Keto's trying to take the challenge down to 14 HP, and the slide out from coldzera. A trio of frags from him, and Brokey with that 1 kill, cutting off the second T, removing any assistance from the bomb planter, gives FaZe their 7th round.
Yeah, that push in the lobby. I thought Big were fine because with this A attack, it was all well coordinated. They had Santeris, Heaven, Couple, and Mini ready to approach at the exact same time. But Coldzera hits this opening, shot onto Santeris. And oh man, yeah, he has some damage as well. And Jesus,
Bida boom bop.
what are you supposed to do about that? That's some sick stuff.
Get better.
And yeah, I mean that's of course why teams are pushing into the lobby so that you can sit in those angles when outside control gets taken. But still, that's some crazy heroics there from Coldzera.
Looked to me like Big were gearing up for a faster hit. But they actually just go for the wall bangs into the A site. Nets them 0 damage. Rain will get eventually tagged, but nothing to really write home about until that happens. Tizian, through the smoke, removes Rain. Kierby credit card, but this opens up the Mini. Tabson still lingering within it. Olaf down to 9 HP, and they know exactly where he's at. Frag grenade's fantastic, and the headshot from Tizian. A 4 versus 2 to Big Clan's favor. A 5th round on their T side looks inevitable. And with the money busted from FaZe, these 2 players on a save could actually net them a decent buy, especially the double sniper.
I'd love to, since we're at this point of the game, I'd like to just, go ahead and look at some of the stats, some of the big performers, who's doing well. I'm seeing Rain be a real nemesis for them here on the A site. And of course, when he dies, it's quite an easy round to take upstairs because he's been so good in front of Squeaky, finding the spray down and getting opening duels. But the couple times he's died, it's just opened the floodgates to these upstairs hits. And yeah, Kirby was playing well in some of these early rounds. Abroki's got a couple of off duels over Searson, I think, at this point. Searson's trying to wake up. Still 23 ADR for him. Call it ADR. So 2 kills. He's 3 kills.
Door swings wide. Flash in the face of Searson. Doesn't do anything. It's really this lobby crunch from Cold and Rain with the Desert Eagle into the head of Tizian.
Doesn't even know he has a gun.
I don't think he anticipates the second player still from spawn, and Searson not going to let him keep it going. All right, another one from Big Clan, as expected, but props to FaZe, man. Again, trying to, as you would say, squeeze water from stone.
That is like one of my favorite things to say.
It's a very nice piece of imagery.
Right.
Oh.
I mean, he looked like he was really going to drop a tear there. Yeah. Looked very sad about that. It's a good try overall.
Okay.
F4 goes right into the hands of Kirby. Look at that.
Yeah, stop crying. Here, you can have it.
Can I have the arm?
Yeah.
F4.
Oh no. If he wasn't crying already, that's a good reason for it. Instantly killed. This is a fast clash. And understandably, I mean, Big Clan, they smell blood in the water and cold on the barbecue. Gruesome.
I've had to earn every step. It's been a great game. Great game so far.
Yep.
Both maps, all sides.
Damn, Tabson.
OT on the first one. Can we see OT again? That's the question. We'll round this half off with a lot more attention towards Squeaky into the tail end of the half, working well for Big.
Yep.
Lots more pressure, opening kills, tumbling, spiraling out of control for FaZe Clan. And some really great rounds outside where they wrap around outside, take a lot of control, looking very confident now, and looking to take a numerical lead in the half for what it's worth.
Again, I think some of these faster rounds from Big have been really good at kind of squandering the comfort and the communication of FaZe. Just water crashing on the shore.
Speaking of water.
Yeah, Rain opens, Brokey closes onto Tabson, 5v3 for FaZe. I mean, somebody has to take the round advantage, and it's looking like the CT side. They are all down on this B site, Big Clan. Searson's finally able to answer back, but he's gonna have to do everything. And he has managed to pin a second player down. He's got 100 HP, he's on for the ace. Wee, Coldzera gonna fire at him through the floorboards, leaves him with 4 HP, and that's not nearly enough. FaZe Clan, 8 rounds on their CT side. A fresh roster to the offense of Nuke. Can they push through, or do Big pick up the series? Join us after the break.
They settled on a lot more squeaky control and a lot more outside presence, and it worked out really well. And in this half, it's T side. It's up in the air. Let's see where Olaf plays, how he plays, how comfortable he looks.
Rain's going to be the one to swing the door. Or is it Olaf? Bodies stacked up by FaZe. Utility comes out. I mean, there's a player ready for this one. Taps in, he's going to get himself into the corner. Oh, he gets both those headshots, and he wants more. 4 bullets left in the magazine, and down he goes. A response from FaZe Clan, but still a man advantage up for Big, and Searson's on the ladder of all things. Keto pinned into the vent, now going to be challenged by 2, but we also see Big taking control of Heaven. Searson's position now known, bomb being planted, or at least faked once. And now KRB commits to it on the front of the silos. 2 members of Big above them. Just swooping death downwards is Tizian. Searson gonna get gushed, but still able to close. That is Big to tie at 8.
That's a revolutionary smoke. You know, we see more teams throw this. That to allow them to get out of Heaven a bit more easily. The paint can smoke gets out of Heaven.
Yeah.
So strong. I mean, retakes outside from Heaven just looked so inconsistent before. Now it just adds such an advantage for the CT side. Really nicely done. An amazing shot. I mean, you know, Olaf comes up with a refract, dies in the middle of the air. They have no chance. Taps in. Laser focused. Laser focused. So what could be a critical pistol round to complement what should be a fantastic CT side. Let's see if Big can start off this half hot. They've got FaZe coming in with a buy for themselves. But there's no AKs involved. There's just 2 Galils. A lot of utility here. What's the idea?
Creep and crawl. That's 5 players moving down to secret.
Any info on the cross?
No.
No rotations? Okay, Tabson.
Let's see what he can do. He's got that M4 and a second in position. Good crossfire, good damage output, but not nearly enough. We get that utility being volleyed the base of the ramp. Now what gets awkward is the fact that you've got the double MP9 and a FAMAS on the retake. 2 smoke grenades up here. Yeesh, not ideal. Are they calling a save?
It looks like it.
Yep, that's all she wrote.
They gave up an M4 in the site, their best gun on the round. You know, these T-buys are already scary, but with that M4 changing hands and the man advantage, yeah, they're just going to try to get some damage off next round. Maybe not even buy up in response. FaZe putting this together off of a force.
2 M4s.
I mean, they do their part. They cross outside, they get down lower, they get to the door, they open the door's open for them. They kill the people in the site, they put the bomb down. Super simple round for FaZe, but for Big, you know, no information whatsoever. A lot of emphasis on Tabson. You could say the ramp guy gets timinged, but it's hard to always call it a timing when you don't have info, right? If you don't have info, maybe you deserve to get timing. So the ramp guy tries to rotate in. They're a little bit suspicious, but there's nothing concrete. And, you know, a good round from FaZe from that perspective. Simplistic, but it works.
It's the buyback, spending 3.7 thousand across the team. Searson with a bit of extra cash, but let's see if Big can rob one back. Smoke grenades yet again outside. I mean, my big question will be like, how deep is the playbook with FaZe? You know, Olaf hot off the press.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure they'll probably want to try to keep it real simple.
This one's already a variation of what we saw. We get that deeper wall of smokes. Olaf's very much being left to his own devices, and Tabson slices Coldzera's head off. Xantares, close smoke.
See, that info is huge, right? He dies, but now Xantares drops the smoke in lower. They got 1 rotation down here. It's up to FaZe if they want to re-assassin, go back upstairs.
And that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
So just goes to show you what a little bit of info and a little bit of utility can get you. How about the scout of Searson, though? Uncharacteristically missing some shots. They're peppering his windowsill. Oh, and he's going to start peppering them back. Got to be cautious. Doesn't want to get overrun.
Oh my God.
Desperate no-scope, ready for the next one, but KRB's going to get the better of it. Meanwhile, Big Clan starting to get aggressive inside of the lobby. However, FaZe will redirect downstairs. Tizian and Xantares in position. They try to challenge with the doors swung wide, but Olaf catching the headshot immediately. MP9 at this distance shouldn't do too much. Playing with his nades is Xantares, and he goes down. Keto v3. Swinging it open. Oh, he could get the second, and he denies the bomb plant. 10 seconds left over. Keto's got the MP9. Brokey needs the bomb. He's just going to have to go for the plant, committing to the back of the site. This is a chance for Keto to exit, but if he doesn't move, then suddenly the question in the back of Brokey's mind is, does he wrap the decon? Keto walks out, and Brokey sends him packing. A 10th round for FaZe.
Big Daddy Brokey's got it locked down. He's chilling. Everyone dies, fine. He's comfortable in 1v1, grabs a bomb, puts it down in a safe position. No time for Keto to get all the way around, so, you know, just goes for a normal plant here. Love that from him. He really pressured Keto to mate to doing that thing, right? Running through the site, trying to stop the plant, but Brokey's in a spot where he can actually get off the plant safely, so nice moves by him. And, yeah, Big, it comes close. It gets hairy, but they're back to pistols. 2 rounds of difference. T's crossing outside in a couple. A couple of T's are late here as the smokes start to plume. Pistol shots go in. They're going to get some... Yeah, they have an idea of what's going on, but FaZe Clan are spread out still. They're actually trying to encourage this lobby push.
Olaf's on the roof. That is rude. And so is Brokey. His 17th kill added to the tally. Ooh, free P250, why not? Rain with a headshot.
I like this. The default couldn't have worked out better.
Yeah, flawless round basically, assuming Brokey closes, and of course he does. His 3rd kill on the round, and FaZe's 11th to the board.
I do like the 2 pairs of footsteps outside, running with the smokes to really make it seem like it's a rush downstairs, as the smokes plume as well. So, yeah, may definitely make it look like some kind of strat, waiting for those flanks to come in. A good round. Big Clan will have to come back from this. The rifle buy is here. I don't know if this is an economic discussion, maybe a little bit of a stress pause, a reset as we come into this. Searson's really gotten some kills since he had a poor start to the half, but a lot of rounds have already been lost to his name for what we expect from Searson. So this will be a big round from him, I think, for his own confidence to find his place in this match.
All right. Swing potential here for FaZe. They win this one? Damn. Could even be a blowout.
At least that's what it looks like. Never going to be easy, but Rain will post up early.
That's an easy lineup here for Tapson. Tries to continue the spray, but that's what actually costs him there. A bit of an overcommitment, perhaps. Keto, close smoke. Xantares, exact same position, basically, but they're going to circumvent the threat by heading downstairs, and there's no rotate in position other than Searson on the op. We wanted to see him deliver. Now's his chance. 3 players on the other side, and he drops no success. That's an instant save.
That's, I mean,
Is it not?
They should be saving, I think. Like, they're coming in for the retake here. People are getting in position. The bomb's planted. Maybe they're hoping it wouldn't go down so fast, but yeah, they got to...
Now you're out.
I think you call it, man. They got to get out of there and save their guns, right? Don't just, like, half commit and stick around and see what happens and try to get a kill, because Xantares getting a kill is worth less than Xantares simply staying alive, and Tizian looks like his days might be numbered as well. So he gets spotted in the big garage, and they, as in FaZe Clan, are going to want to hunt.
Holds off just the first.
Yeah. That was the reason they did that, of course, is because Tabson is their lower player. So as soon as he died outside, they just rushed it. They're like, we're not even going to overthink this. We're going to go put pressure downstairs. And Searson, he's not been on point, drops a shot, trying to hold, and it's an opera downstairs, so he doesn't have tons of like multi-kill potential in the same way like a rifle on control stairs could do, with some utility to work with. He's got to take an angle, fall back really, and hope his rotators can do a lot of the work. But FaZe, they make a smart move. They just go quick.
Had a chance on that one too, right? Searson got the bullet off, but coldzera just rails him to the side of control.
He didn't tag him though, did he?
No, not
No,
even.
he
Just
didn't.
missed.
Yeah.
No. Wasn't like he got robbed or anything like that.
Yeah.
Robbed himself.
Robbed himself.
Now suddenly we're looking at a very likely 13-8 lead. Everything other than the very first round of this second half has been FaZe's name all over it. And at times, not even looking close.
When we think back to Mirage's OT.
Yeah, this could have been. I mean, this could be the 2-0, assuming FaZe continue to close. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah, there was kind of a lead on Mirage as well, and then
Fizzled out.
well, Big, yeah. I mean, Big climbed back. I think more than anything, they definitely climbed back into it. They woke up a lot. Same thing happened. They had slow starts in these abs.
Yep.
T side only started to look good in the last like 7 or 8 rounds for Big. So we'll see what some adjustments come of it. I think.
Yeah, it was a 6-1 lead for FaZe.
Yeah, Tabson probably, if he doesn't spot 2 people there, he doesn't go for the continuation, spray stays alive, then they don't get rushed downstairs and things don't get hairy. So
Yeah.
maybe a bit more credence to his spot and just like him staying alive in the round more than anything else. So he'll camp out this time in secret. I like this adjustment. Makes sense. Safer, farther back, and can lock down lower. Where FaZe Clan have not been trying to put a lot of squeaky pressure. But Kirby going for something new. A lurk from him and Keto. Oh, he's opened up. Great moves from Kirby.
Perfect. Right through the mini smoke. Tabson's going to put his barrel to the side of the head, but excellently done by Kirby. And I mean, that one comes down to milliseconds and millimeters. You saw the flashbang inside of Mini, not quite connect. You saw Keto playing around it. You know, if Keto's just a second
And
or
that's why-
two too late,
Right.
he's the one who's behind Kirby. Not the other way around, but
And that's the idea, right? Throw some upper stuff, get his attention.
we are talking 14 rounds to 8.
FaZe are on fire. It's looking hot.
I'm not going to lie. I don't know
Love
what the
that.
third map is because I didn't think we were going there.
I really didn't either. I'll take a look. Let's find out. But at this point, I mean, if they can survive nuke, they can survive anything. And this is they're carrying Olaf through this. This is crazy. This is how well the other 4 are playing right now.
Yep.
How many plays Brokey's making, Kirby's making, Rain upstairs in that first half. I mean, Olaf's not having a great game, which we probably anticipated. It's not an easy map and whatever, not much practice. But they are seriously making. There's no spotlight on him whatsoever with what we're looking at. Amazing. Dust 2.
Oh, Dust 2. Sorry, I was trying to read it from across the room.
The great equalizer.
Yes. Where all Counter-Strike players are born. Like the orcs of Mordor. They're pulled out of the ground in Dust 2.
Mm-hmm. More dorks. Oh, what a perfect lurk.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, that's...
didn't waste any extra time.
Yeah.
Right with the exit. This guy's seen some shit.
I feel like his
Every
face is
round we go to
frozen.
him, it looks like his life is a nightmare.
Yeah. It's a man whose eyes tell a tale of 1,000 wounds. And Tizian, well, he's coming off of the top of the hut. Tabson's got a kill alongside Keto. This fast clash being set by FaZe, not quite sticking the way they'd hope. Brokey hoping he can make something happen, but he gets cleared out by Searson, who doesn't shy away from the gunfight. And with that attempt from FaZe Clan, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board. Everything had been working up until that point. Luckily for them, they have such a lead that there's plenty of time to adapt.
Back to outside.
Yes, sir.
We'll see. I think it would be cool. I mean, they had that nice pocket strat with Kirby on the lurk. Love that. It was kind of like that, like the Blame F lurk, complexity rounds. But I think there's still ramp to test. I think there's still outside that they can always go back to, because they've had pretty good success there. Then some more pressure on the lower side. I mean, I think they should still consider Squeaky Burst like they just did. Try it again, maybe just not right away.
That could hurt.
Oh, so close.
Considering that's 2 nades, they could all be down to 50.
Listen, all you need is a 15 damage and your M4 is an AK.
That is facts. Simple maths. Santeres gonna have to try and hold back 3 players. Does he stick around? Seems not. And Searson burned off of the angle. Gifted a kill by Rain.
Yeah, awkward from Rain to run around that side to jump through.
Now they're going to try and cross the path of Santeres. coldzera with the instant headshot. Very nicely done. Kierby as well, finding the exact same success, but into the head of tabseN. Man advantage for FaZe. 45 seconds with the bomb going down. And Searson starts to sniff out this ramp room, but check out Olaf's spot. Oh, that scope is everything Olaf needed. Now he hears the utility, plays around the corner, gets the job done. It's on Tizian, who's already gotten himself 2 kills, needs another double. Doors close on his face. And both positions assumed by FaZe would create the crossfire of death. coldzera gets the nail in the coffin. At least that 15th added to the board. And now where do Big go? They don't have the most comfortable of buys.
Yep.
Or actually, no, excuse me. Searson drops and Santeres will be okay. So they're at least firing off on all cylinders, but it is 6 map points, or else FaZe push this to the 3rd.
This is fascinating. Now I just want to see FaZe versus other teams. Historically, FaZe have always done well at blast events.
Yeah.
You know, they've won the most, I think. Well, they got the 2 series. They had
back in 2019.
Miami, as well as
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen, yeah. Was it?
Yes, I remember the line. FaZe Clan ready to win this.
It's too good. Okay, tabseN, opening kill, damage on Kierby. 4v5, they clear out the lobby. They know it's a lower hit. Info here for Big Clan looking great. They're all making moves downstairs. It's going to be a lower bomb site party.
Let's see who gets invited and who gets stopped at the door. So far, everybody in. They don't even know these guys.
Well, the nades are up for the tees. They haven't died coming into the site, so now... Oh,
wow.
coldzera gets dinked.
Nice dink.
But he stays alive.
Yeah, Tizian, that was a nice little flick.
Okay, now you need to put the bomb down.
Olaf's gonna plant it. Kierby inside of the smoke. Tizian, he doesn't see the feet fast enough. And now everything that's left over for Big is gonna have to come in from ramp. There's an auto shotgun on the front. It gets taken down by tabseN. Betrayal on the B bomb site and low HP for 2 of the remaining 3 from FaZe. Searson able to connect one off of the op, but can he keep Big in this? He's got himself the smoke. He has himself the kit, but he doesn't have the following kills. 16 rounds to 9. FaZe robbing away the map choice of their opponents. We thought this one was done and dusted, but it's about to get a little dustier. Ladies and gentlemen, join us after the break for map 3.
Very light on strategy, bit heavier on tactics. You know, on strategy, bit heavier on tactics. You know, but you know it's a map. It's really hard to really call your home. Now we'll see if Big can do that today, but. Listen, no matter what happens at this point, FaZe have done something special today. It's shown us a lot. I think they are the better team on both maps at this point. Maybe, you know, Mirage is really close, and so it's a bit of a coin flip, but they just showed so many good rounds. I think it's promising. They're filling big shoes, and this is even with Olaf having a struggle on that last map. The rest of his team picked up so damn hard. Kierby in the star player positions, showing up. I'm loving how they're arranging themselves on the CT sides. Really nothing but good things to say no matter what happens. But, of course, we also have to say, after this pistol round, of course, and we'll see what happens here. Trade goes back. tabseN throws himself into the fire, but he actually causes the rotation. It's a free A site crossing cat.
DJ, where's my X-ray? Thank you.
Got to insert a quarter.
This man's paid by the button push. I'll dish it out for that. Searson dishing it back into the head of coldzera. Olaf looking for some kind of an opening here, but now that Big have their bomb plant, it's really just that one flashbang that's meant to get the CTs back into the action, but they're instead sent back into the depths of which they came. Yeah. Big with the first pistol.
You know, yeah, and I just wanted to close out that point. There is a difference, of course, between, you know, playing well in just this one series and this one match and this opening, whatever, versus Big, where it looked like Big are doing well, but FaZe, you know, who knows, hard to prepare for all this stuff. It's the consistency afterwards that will mean a lot more. You know, everything would have led you to believe that, you know, FaZe were not even going to play well here, so that's where they blew expectations out of the water.
Yes, sir.
Whether or not they can continue to do it is another thing. But again, no matter what, after this,
Scout fight.
whether they win or lose this map,
Yeah.
they did something special on map 1 and 2.
Cool. And, you know, even when Nico was still sticking around, we started to see that glimmer out of KRB. Now tonight, very clearly playing more of a playmaker position, and it's still going well. So, you know, FaZe aren't dead in the water. They're just floating along. coldzera trying to float some deagle damage into tabseN, but he's having none of that. The scout of Olaf now dropped to 14 HP as well, so excellent conversion round here from Big. I do mirror Mathieu's question on the desk. Where was searsGO on the scout? Where was that going down on Nuke, man? searsGO on the scout shot, that's supposed to be one of like the key pieces to Big's force buy victories.
That's true.
We just didn't see it connecting.
Not having the greatest series for sure. He is definitely was very quiet, and his performances, you know, really kind of tanked, to be honest. I feel like a lot of the time I spent a lot of time in these matches talking about how good and how much impact Xantares has. But a few more questions for everybody else. Not all firing off at the same time, of course, is the main issue. So FaZe will take the guns they saved and move into the next round. And it looks like Olaf is, well, it is just the Anticos. We're not sure where he's going to pick, what spot he's going to be playing on here on Dust 2. But it seems like something of an alien for him. 3 Galils, AK, scout on searsGO. And hey, you know, 35 and 13, a lot of it is because of how searsGO controls mid. Jumping up suicide very often, controlling for the cap push, tagging players through the door, 2 tags in a row. He won't know it, but I'm sure he can feel it at this point. So consistent with it. And, you know, these feeble wooden doors, okay? With an AWPer with direct line of sight through the middle of the map, putting him there is so incredibly powerful. And searsGO really just kind of emphasizes that to the maximum.
Yeah. Very punitive in his scout/op play.
Hit him 3 times this round.
Enough is enough. And coldzera is able to answer on Xantares. That's a Galil picked up for Cold. He's not alone on the catwalk play, but Brokey doing a good job of serving up a little justice. searsGO inside of the pit, finding damage versus KRB, looks to clean it up with the P250, gets the job done. Brokey still, oh my goodness. Thought he picked up that kill, but it was the Galil instead. Cold gunning for the Goose Man, and Keto's gonna stop him then and there. A hell of a deeg shot coming out of Brokey. Oh, just one more was needed, and they could have robbed it all, but no, it's Big with 3.
He knew where he was. He was lining it up. He's going for the shot. Almost went in, but the damage is still going to be heard. The rebuys will make everybody spend the majority of their dollars, even though they had a pretty clean start.
Woo!
Really all about the print stream, isn't it? All right, not bad.
Nice.
That's the face I make when I spend $40 on sushi.
Whoa, whoa. Okay, I was gonna say, Keto, where's your gun, bud? But there was an AK in spawn. Thought he was leaving without buying. I'll settle down. We'll see if searsGO does too.
They are not messing with middle. searsGO's domain. He charges down mid. Red carpet rolled out for him.
What's the best way to deal with that? You know you can't contest it.
It's, you know, it's really FaZe Clan. It's really FaZe Clan to like avoid confrontation in the early rounds on CT side. We see them take the pacifist route a lot. Yeah, and I mean ultimately on Dust 2, you can give it up. You don't let them out the doors, doesn't matter. If you think they've lurked out, that's when it gets a problem. But they're so comfortable with these stacks. Like, see, Rain has forfeited middle, walked over to A. They've got the 3 lean here. And the A split is coming. We've got the long player staged up. Tizian throws some nades. Actually, are they faking? He's come back to mid. We'll see.
Rain's tucked boxes. Flashes go over top. He definitely heard the CT drop. That's Keto in their spawn now. And because of that opening, yep, working it back to the B bomb site. This all falls on KRB. Molotov holding him off for only a moment, and he can only get the first. So Keto's gonna lock himself into the position, goes out for the peek. It's a kill back by tabseN, who's looking to lock down mid with the man advantage firmly in the hands of Big Clan. And they'll have it. They'll get to keep it. FaZe concede. 4-0 is the T-side start.
Calling sick. Calling sick. Some great rotations here from Big. Following, you know, this is the part that's hard to copy and also hard to play against, because you could watch a Big demo, but you can see they specifically follow to kill. But that wouldn't be a surprise to a team watching the demo. The hard part is, how do you adjust when you lose that, when you drop that frag in a match versus Big? So finding a way to stay kind of very fluid and still look very orderly on this T side. And that's an op that gets punished, knocked down. Olofmeister paralyzed in fear here at the blue bin. Oh my god.
Man down.
Man got aim punched 600 times.
Yeah, he didn't die from the gunfire. It was from that snap neck.
He died from whiplash. There was one imposter among us.
There's tabseN's kill on the follow-up. I think just as important as Keto's drop into the CT spawn was tabseN's trade frag there, because you saw that by him getting the trade and locking into mid, they didn't even try and contest any further. And had he not been there, or had he not even traded but tucked into the corner, then he would have had to deal with like a 2v or 3vx. CSGO finding the headshot into Kierby. Kierby. Guardian bye-bye.
Good Kierby.
What's this one scout gonna do about it? Brokey, where you at? Sitting passive on the A site. There are two players flirting with the idea of rounding long, but CSGO sees his prey. And like a hawk.
Oh my god, they cannot figure out which smokes they want to throw here at long. They're just like trading positions. I'll throw it, you throw it, I'll throw it, you throw it. Okay, now they've got two. And it's follow the leader. Tizian, I don't know, he's communicating with his teammates about what to do here. They're having some communication issues. I need a mic'd up.
Yeah, right?
We get a mic'd up on this long setup here.
Please and thank you. Okay, now you go. No, but you go.
Right.
Meanwhile, Xantera is going to find success at the B site. So poor Brokey, the only man at bat. And he falls further back, step after step. He could just try and fixate on the kill versus Xanteras. That could offer an AK over. You know, just you realize you've had to forfeit the A site and the round. Get this solo lurker.
Yeah.
It's just Xanteras.
Yeah, they have all three choke points being watched. I mean, they did for a second. All right, Brokey. Deagle blaze it. But nothing comes of it. Two Deagles remain.
Oh, nice Deagle damage. But he can't quite get it over the line. And Olaf can't quite get on the board. Still 0-3. Tizian. Oh, gonna make it through. Big Clan 5 rounds to 0. Instantly on fire here on Dust 2.
That's a quick one. It's looking like a quick one. Well, we've seen these leads dissipate, so let's see what FaZe Clan can adjust to change up. Again, the issue is the fluidity on Big Clan. So a way to solve that, of course, is to take some aggression. Like you were pointing out, no one's given any friction. No one's causing any friction for CSGO, who's looking down middle, cutting out the middle of the map, scoping in between. Think about this fog of war when he's looking through those mid doors, right? He can completely separate the CTs entirely. So responding to that by you know, using a push or having a setup in B where you go, like, say, double push tunnels. That's a thought. Close doors. Here's an option, you know. They get some info here. They get some extra damage. It helps out a little bit.
Yeah, but now they've got to be cautious. You know, if they would have all been a couple of steps closer, then maybe they could have contested that bomb control, tried to deny Keto an exit.
Oh, this is interesting. So they're, I guess, worried more about late long. Brokey's going to help Olaf retake it. If it does come up cat, they can hold on to this. Really dangerous for Brokey, but yeah. But they've got Olaf now in a pretty good support position. Brokey just won't be able to fall back too far.
Oh, Olaf, don't walk in. Or do it. Do it dirty. I'm thinking to myself, he just needs to play in response to Brokey's contact. But now Brokey, he knows a player slipped by him. Xanteras, quick headshot. Frag grenade comes sailing in, does 1/5 the damage versus Xantares. Bomb plant for Catwalk and no CTs in this position. Instead, they're in their spawn. But they know about Olaf, and Searson has the op advantage versus the pit. It would have to be a hell of an AK shot the other way from Olaf. It's doable. Kierby in the meantime kills Keto. There's the op connection from Searson. Last man's Cold Zera. Xantares, 2 HP. He died to a single shot, and that's exactly what happens. Now it's versus the Opera close, and Cold's gonna close. Welcome to the scoreboard,
Oh, he doesn't have
FaZe
a kit.
Clan.
Nope, he doesn't have a kit.
Oh! I reject your invitation.
Oh, that's tough.
Sorry.
Wow. A really good 1v2. He retains the op. Now, man, this is tough because it's the adjustment. Look, they get the info early on. They go for an aggressive opening, which is nice. I think that's something that remedies FaZe's situation a little bit, where once Big Clan had enough space, they're like, we know how to win now. It's over. You give us cat mid and long, you know what I mean? And tunnels, like, okay, we'll win. So they try to nab that problem in the butt, nip that problem in the butt by playing close doors, retaking long. And, you know, however Olaf plays it, as long as he stays alive, it's fine enough, right? But Brokey, he gets smoked by Xantares coming across cat, F1 race car peak. I mean, just call it a straight-on Xantares peak, because that's what it is. And with that kill untraded, log control is almost meaningless. Like, Olaf can try to retake, but it's about his teammates coming over from B that are going to do most of the heavy lifting. He just has to make sure there's no second lurker. He comes in late. So, tough one to have Brokey get dropped like that.
Oh, it's a grueling smoke grenade, man. The only thing FaZe wanted this round was to find a player lurking down in tunnels. And the Xbox smoke completely screws it over. Tizian tries to dry cross, and so far so good. Keto's able to lend a helping hand. The Opper still out there, towards Catwalk that is. Tabson will finish off Olaf. Cold's still nowhere to be found.
You don't get to save.
Yeah, they're coming for him. Throwing the flashbangs left, right, and center. And how many is he gonna take with him? 1. And that's it. Tizian, headshot, Big Clan, 7 rounds in a row.
Looking crispy. Another rifle. Give it your best shot here, FaZe. So clean on these immaculate anti-ecos. Sick on the rifle rounds. Everything is looking so good. It's hard to see what FaZe can do better. I personally like to prescribe a double upper push every once in a while. I think it's a very strong tactic for CTs to do. I think holding B tunnels and some people fighting it can be a bit scary, but with an op closing out that angle slowly, if there's only one lurker, it can be a huge bit of information. Leaving a rifler in tunnels is enormous. Finding a way to get the opening kill, though, I think is something that FaZe probably want to continue to try to do, because they've already seen what Big will do to them if they are giving up, you know, like mid and cat at the same time. So full buy with grenades, Kierby playing in the B. I wonder if that will change as well. Kierby and B this time around. Oh, he's actually, yeah, he's already made his way. That's long. I guess he had a spawn there. Cold Zera in the B site, trying to lock this down, and it's trying to look like a fast B split, but Brokey shuts down Keto, and that slows things down to a grinding halt. But again, it's a mid-round rotation, so quick, so fluid for Big that have been the scariest part.
You say grinding halt, but they actually keep this one going pretty quick, man. They've walked Searson out from Catwalk uncontested. Rain's gonna pop up like a whack-a-mole, and down goes the Opper. So now it should be the halt. I say should be, because Tabson and Tizian respond with headshots apiece. And Brokey, well, he's completely countered out in this position, just opping down in CT spawn. They could post-plant for Catwalk. That doesn't really give Olaf a way back into this. Smoke grenade on the corner.
Man, this is not going to be that easy.
What's the play?
Yeah.
Xantares is going to challenge here. The smoke grenade completely counters Olaf. And if he can get these two players lined up, my God. Xantares able to get the labored spray. Costs him nearly all his health, though. And now Brokey's going to get flanked by Tizian. However, how close is Olaf? That's what Tizian asks himself. It's a challenge on the corner, and Olaf wins it. Takes no damage, and this time, with certainty, they'll defuse the bomb.
That's a weird play by Tizian. He had that, right? Just go back to cat.
Yeah.
He knows Olaf was long. He still looked pretty confident that he was long, even in that last moment. So Kind of strange. Pretty much a free round there to just rotate around. But either way, maybe he doesn't know I don't know. Not sure exactly.
Even if he could have just gotten the kill onto Brokey and then faded back to Xbox, there's no way Olaf crosses and gets on defuse fast enough.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe he
kind of got stuck in that
already.
last fight.
Don't really know. Little bit weird. But also, man, disadvantaged situation for Big to come that close to winning in the first place.
Yep. And now we get all that cash back from FaZe. So if they want to, now would be a great time for Big to squander the little economy that FaZe are trying to restart here. Put it in lockdown. Utility's decent enough for FaZe. Only 2 kits, so keep your eyes on that. Olaf and Kierby with 1 each. Of course, that's Kierby back to the B site anchor, just tucked in the corner. 3 men out long here for Big, so we got what was supposed to be the fast B split.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, they're not going to know this at all. Brokey just standing back on the bomb site.
Oh my God, are they actually pulling back off of this? This is like, once the CTs, they're forced to, they forced to push upper. This could actually work out for the CTs.
Except Rain goes parading into Catwalk. Kierby's clearing out tunnels in the meantime. He could catch the tail end of something, but it depends on whether or not Big decide to halt. Searson, that's a very crucial kill. Now all of a sudden mid wide open, and Coldzera starts to claw this back, but keep your eyes on the radar because the bomb carrier sprinting into the tunnels. Cold's gonna try and stop him. Keto now with a hesitation. Olaf pulls into the station and now has a man advantage back, but they've come into this a second time. The B site's still their target, and Cold's gonna drop that bomb. It all falls onto Tizian. 15 seconds. Nobody knows what the hell is going on, and Tizian's just gonna try to strong arm his way in, but Brokey closes, and FaZe Clan take a second.
Well, real nasty rifle work from Coldzera.
Hell yeah.
At least you got to give him that. That was some pretty nasty Falmus work there at middle to get the second kill, the third kill with his final bullet. We'll get it from his perspective this time around. Very low on HP by the time this second duel was done. But man, 3 players die in that spot trying to come out mid to cut off rotations. They all lose their duels. Did Big overplay that round?
That was freaky.
It felt like a little bit. It was kind of strange. They were giving up the long control for free. They had a great split going on. They killed Rain on Cat. They made it seem like they were falling back. They got the kill into lower, but they just didn't execute together when they did any of this. They were just thinking they were so hot in their default. So a bit of a flub. But yeah, again, credit to, even if Coldzera dies to the player coming out of tunnels, that round's over. So yeah, pretty insane round from him from that perspective, coming back from a 3v5 there.
There we go. It's not the type of round that I think Big are going to get. The next time we're in one of these kinds of flustered mid-round moments, anticipate Big playing it a little cooler. You know, I think that was frantic. I think they know it. And I don't think they'll let that happen again. We shall see. Time will tell. Molotov, smoke grenades, frags popping on long. Keto challenging behind Big Blue. Completely on his own here, but he is drawing the attention of 2 CTs. So the longer he stays alive, the more likely Big can sink their teeth into the B bomb site. That's their target. Searson just clawed one off of long A, so this is just a kernel defense coming out of FaZe. Who have they have in position? Coldzera with no utility, and Brokey trying to play the door with Op. 3 Ts coming outwards, bomb dropped, and it's a flawless hold from FaZe Clan.
Monster moves from Coldzera and Brokey together, appearing simultaneously to stop that tunnel's aggression. Another round in a row for FaZe Clan. Searson has a long time to save.
Game's on, baby.
Yeah, definitely. Looking a bit better, you know, employing a couple new options. And I actually love, I love the ideas from Big Clan now that they've really established a lot of pressure on the A site. They've shown they can win it. They show they can do it confidently. Their anti-ego so long or so strong. To now turn their attention to these fast mid to B splits. Like, you'd think it'd be the perfect adjustment to catch everyone off guard. But some of the early round nades FaZe are throwing, they're maintaining that they're still worried about the B hits, and that's been enough to stop Big from fully executing. Sometimes, you know, Brokey has shut down the first player trying to run out mid doors. This has been a key thing that's happened that's made Big Clan change their strategy up. And Coldzera, he's a beast right now.
Yes, sir.
He's a beast right now, man.
Yeah, good second kill off the same position.
Yeah, boy!
That guy
Yeah,
loves
buddy.
Olaf, man, but who doesn't?
Yeah, what a treat to get him back.
Yeah.
For all we know, we may have never gotten to see him play another game of Counter-Strike professionally.
Thanks, Nico.
Giving the people what they want. Yeah, what a win-win. We got the Kovacs together and Olaf's in the...
I love how in Counter-Strike, all the dream storylines, they always happen. They just, every single dream roster change or like...
Oh boy, Olaf's blind, but still fighting tooth and nail to the very end as Rain connects to the head of Searson after having dropped Tabson and closing on Xantares. So FaZe Clan now within 3 rounds of Big, actually.
Yeah.
And we'll get the teas back into buy here on the 12th.
The only thing that would have been the most interesting would have been like the simple to MIBR or something great, like
Right, yeah, simple and
simple to
plain
anywhere,
MIBR.
basically. Simple to Sprout, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get nuts.
Let's get weird. JKS on complexity.
JK's complexity, yeah, it's so cool. Listen, if we're not getting new maps, I just want roster changes every day.
Xantares has already got his entry out, eh? And Tabson's hopping into the pit, hoping to hop into the pit. Doesn't quite get there. Now a peek from Olaf to close the round.
4 kills.
That was fast.
4 kills. He is super on the board. Really rough nuke. Looking hot on Dust too.
Olaf Meister.
We'd love to see it. Where's the IKEA Marcus, man? That was an Olaf classic. Never been the same since he got rid of that IKEA Mark. I love how he's still in a gaming chair when you're after retirement.
Yeah, yes.
Love that. He's definitely lying. He's been gaming.
Yeah, what do you think he's been playing if it's not Counter-Strike?
No, he has been. He's been on his alt. Meister Olaf.
No one will ever suspect a thing. You guys heard of this new FPL talent? Yeah, Meister Olaf. Molotov met with resistance. The frag grenade lands in the center of the Bermuda Triangle. Tizian takes the place of it. Good about a futility here for a Big. So let's see what they have. They're just going to chuck it all out there, see what sticks. Tizian lands in the face of Rain. Brokey snipping one back with the op. Bombs drop. Not comfortable whatsoever. Finally, Big get onto the kill feed, but a little too little. A little too late, you'd think. Xantares with a second kill now alleviates a bit of pressure, and suddenly you see FaZe going from like a hard hold to a retake position. And, well, they've done a good enough job of ensuring the retake. No way do they lose this. Xantares gonna lose his head. The rifle's just backed off. Let them have what they had. You know, it's like a child throwing a tantrum. Fine, you can have your bomb, but you're going to bed at 6.
You want candy? I'm gonna dump a bag of sugar on your head.
Yeah.
See how much you want candy.
They're gonna beat you on the head with sugar.
Okay, wait a second. Oh man.
I'm not a parent. I can make
Honored.
those jokes.
It's good to have you here. You're a little jet lagged.
Yeah, I'm a few days late, so I wanted to get right into the casting.
Yeah.
Can't stop me.
Literally landed like 4 hours ago, but we got him here.
Counter-Strike. I mean, I couldn't pass the chance to cast Olaf.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he literally started flying the plane. They told him, hey, you're not allowed to do that, but
And I said, who's going to stop me? All right, let's see what's happening. I mean, let's not forget, okay? This was 7-0.
Yeah, true.
7-6.
Very true. And it wasn't easy to get back here. A couple of really good individual shots. Okay, another opening round. A 4K from Olaf on long. That was part of it. Long.
Double flash, goes for the peek. Gets Tabson. Man, Olaf's getting down and dirty. 13 kills, 8 deaths. Back to the top of the scoreboard. There's his 14th of the first half. And as he goes for the reload, Rain provides cover fire. Searson dropped out of this one. Xantera's in the 1v5 clutch attempt. Minute on the clock, no bomb. Olaf strikes him down. Ooh, never mind. We're talking Xantera's peaks.
Wow.
There's one for you. Slides by, zoom. Slips back in.
It was really that Tizian 1v1. Well, it was a sick flank.
Yeah.
It just could have probably just stopped, like changed a lot there with the economy. And then a huge play from Coldzera, huge, to make sure that they got the repeat win. Everything lined up nicely to set up this comeback in a really tight half. Man, it was looking so solid from Big.
Walk out onto the A site. Molotov will land at the feet, but there's just no time. Simply no time, and he dies regardless. FaZe have somehow, some way, off of the back of some awesome individual moments, most notably Olaf, time and time again, from 0-7 to 7 rounds each. And there's no reason to believe that FaZe won't close this half with a 1-round edge.
I think what's crazy too is just the kill distribution on FaZe. Apart from like one player sometimes, are just everybody else is just putting together huge numbers. It's never been two bottom. Oh,
Sorry.
no, go ahead.
Got excited.
I missed. I was looking at the stats to try to catch us up. What just happened? Brokey
Collateral.
down in suicide.
Yes, sir.
Holy.
What a way to send a message to Big before the second half starts. How do we get back? That's what Big have to ask themselves. You know, Searson, for somebody who was putting out tons of damage through mid at the start of this half, I do feel like there's a direct correlation between him conceding mid control and FaZe Clan starting to win more rounds.
Sure. I mean, it's such a big part of the map. Like, it's just an unbelievable amount of emphasis on your opper. One of the, every other map you'd say is closed off the T side oppers. Dust 2 is the opposite. It's like almost imperative.
It's like they stopped facing him, so he stopped looking for it, and by extension of that, stopped getting control of it. And things have only gone from bad to worse. Searson will try his damnedest to get that 8th round on the board for Big. A potential lineup from Tizian, but he misses the mark. That's 3 of 4 CTs coming out from their spawn. Searson versus Cold on site. And Searson missing the shot down lower, but completely blindsided. 30 seconds left over. Tizian, 13 kills. Top of the scoreboard for Big goes down. FaZe running it back and getting themselves a 1-round lead. Will they genuinely close this series? Join us after the break to find out.
Okay, I'm gonna stick it to Big Clan. I mean, pick them. So I'm just gonna stick to them because right now, look at a coin flip. But I've already made a prediction, so I'm not gonna go back on that because there's more on the line if I do that than go the other way. So now, instead of being a flip flopper, we're just gonna take a look at Tap's and Tippity Tap. A player back spawn, bomb gets dropped in an awkward spot, and Searson,
Nice fly.
he's not going down.
Olaf ready to fight them all, man. Look at this swarm from the Big Clan. It's a 1v1.
Everyone's died here.
It's a 1v1 from Xantera's health advantage. Smoke goes down. Rain has bomb.
It really depends if Rain... Oh, my God. He's trying to walk it back, but Xanteris can see the other side of the smoke. I think he's going to be able to know what's happening, right?
Greasy.
Wait a second. We've got a tire break. We've got a pit stop here. Rain is holding back in...
DJ, I would like a third-person perspective of this creepy, crawly angle from Rain, please.
Yeah. Let's see how sweaty exactly this...
Look at this guy.
Could it get any sweatier than
You
this?
tell me the last time you saw a professional player sitting in this corner.
Just a couple of pixels to work with, really. I mean, this is the ultimate. This is Sweat Central. Look at the sweaty man right here in the corner, sitting here like he's got nothing better to do. Get a life, Rain. Oh my God.
20 bucks says if we cut to his player cam, he's just lounging again like he was at the start of the round. You know?
Yeah, but
Hands
this
off
is
the keyboard.
But real talk, this is actually good play. It pulls Xanteris off. It starts to get in his head, and
Sure.
Rain has to create a timing where he can shoot Xanteris in the back of the head or the side of the head because he's such low HP. So it's kind of like the most obvious thing he can do, but at the same time, Xanteris can't assume he's only doing that because it gets dangerous. However, he's reading the site correctly.
Yeah.
Right. This is a straight-on gamble. Of course, Xanteris doesn't have any info. He's just making a really good read right now.
He's back over there on ramp. Oh, there it is.
Whoa, could he have lost there?
P250 hits the headshot, and suddenly this one's done. 8 seconds. Flash goes high. Rain needs the kill, and he's not going to quite find it. Big Clan with the pistol. Damn, man, I love the grease on that one.
Yeah, that was...
Dripping.
Yeah. Castor oil. Look at that. Tabson's hands started sweating after that for Xanteras.
Damn, Rain. And I mean, again, like as much as Xanteras gambles on the bomb site, so does Rain. Rain drops mid, goes to B. Perfect. Bomb plant, everything could be going well, but instead...
Purest 50-50 you could possibly have, right?
Yeah.
And I do like when, you know, let's say Xanteras doesn't pick a site and he plays in middle or something in between. You know, you might lose once the bomb goes down. And also, you deny against the bomb plant, so I like picking a site. Especially here, the rotations are not too hard. Like, he can get over to B pretty quick, no matter what decisions he makes. So I like FaZe here, cracking open the middle of just the middle of mid, and not seeing any CTs, getting tons of information this early on. But the way that I like Big's eco as well, the way that they're spread on the map. Sorry, not eco. What am I talking about? They're anti-eco.
Damage down at the base of mid. Solid hold as well. With Keto in that corner, really allows the door player to float back and forth. But Olaf kind of welcomes them in. You know, this is a beckoning call. Come get some. And he does tag Xanteras down to half HP. FaZe Clan still very much clumped up in mid. That's 2 scouts trying to find the mark. Ouch, eat flash.
It's the cat crawl. Trying to bait a footstep. Allow the rotation to come in around to the site. And now that player's on Goose. Tabson's in his comfy position.
Searson's doing work. There's the scout we were looking for. Oh, man. Oh, he hits every single one of them. Near perfect shots. Big Clan back in the lead. 9 rounds to 8.
Hey, man. This is what you need to see. The Maniac called for this. Where was the CT scout on Nuke?
Yep.
Very fair question. You're just not gonna win. Big's game plan, whatever. You need Searson to be hitting scout shots and op shots. This, of course, was an anti-eco, but that's something for the confidence. Some really good early rounds, and as you said, as he stopped kind of looking down mid and seeing players, didn't have as much impact, turned over to the CT side, he could take control of things, as a lot of attention will go up Cat. And talk about attention. You know, we've got a player asking for it, running into the top of middle.
Yay. 250 kill. What's going on here, boys? Getting a little too big for your britches.
And Searson's low as well.
Dude, they're taking tons of damage. Like, just happy to fight these, but like, Tabson on the M4 now, 45 HP. Searson's on 6. Was that worth it? If you'd gotten a kill for sure, but
yeah, it depends
in hindsight.
Yeah, it depends. It just depends what they read. You know, if there was like a lower default or something, he's in a prime position.
Goes for the boost and spawn. Flash into long A. They didn't see anything, so Tizian will take to the corner. He's going to hear all those footsteps running up Cat, so now they know exactly what's coming. Searson trying to get out of danger. Man, he can't... Oh my God!
You kidding me?
He flashes himself to give them a damn chance. That's like style points. He takes one hand off the scout and still hits him
MJ
between the
no
eyes.
free throw right there.
Hell yeah. Then Xanteras dunks the nade on cold. And that bomb's still not planted. CT's swarming this site. They're going to challenge and deny it. No money made by FaZe. Big on double digits.
He really just flashed himself and then hit a flick.
Yeah. It's like alley-ooping yourself with a blindfold.
I'm actually speechless.
I'm angry.
I could have been.
For no good reason.
I'm mad. Indiscriminate yelling. Oh, man.
Choke.
Okay, the fast cat. Well, let's hope that FaZe don't choke after that.
Hey.
That's tough. I mean, he is, regardless of whatever that was, one of the best, you know, car players. Like, very confident in that position. Knows how to get that second kill where most people get flashed off and only find one. There's a few people on that list. I think Searson is definitely one of them. They chasing?
God.
Nope.
In the head.
Oh, he stays
Go
on.
for it.
Perched on the ledge.
Now Tabson's at bat. Flash goes past. Perfect team play. And why not? Just keep extending the kill count, maintain your man advantage. Yeah, you lose Tabson, so be it. You can still afford to take some calculated risks, and Tizian does exactly that.
He is so good at that, actually, pushing long. He always finds the right opportunity.
Never does it too often.
Yeah. It's just the right amount of,
Yeah.
spice.
Walk out from Cold Zera on mid. Tizian's going to clear Cat. Meanwhile, Keto locking down the B site. Just has to keep his head down. Little mid contact. Searson dying. That could be a problem. But
Whoa.
Tizian should still have him.
Cold.
Oh, as long as he doesn't give him this angle.
Well,
Roki's going to come running back, and that's just death delivered on his doorstep.
well, if you want to know exactly how far you're supposed to go, Tizian's showing you exactly how far that is.
8
Just on
seconds.
Cat, there's just nothing you can do about this. He has a powerful angle towards lower B. If they haven't committed to his site, he can stop you coming back from mid doors. He can flank you on Cat, but not jumping down into mid, out the doors, overextending in any regard. Really good stuff. So 3-round lead.
Double up.
Oh, they could just go right for the double op, and I know this is, Big get really strong here. Keto's hot and cold. So
I think right now he's just, at least he doesn't have to be super hot with his roll.
it's actually kind of a weird round to do this because of the situation of FaZe's
rush?
money. But
I was just about to say, he doesn't have to be too hot because he's just playing back B plat, right? We saw him do enough last round, but now he's going to get pressured. He lines one up through the smoke already. Xantera is here to lend a helping hand. The damage is fantastic. The death is done. Look at that pile of corpses. It's gorgeous and sickening all at the same time.
yeah. Oh, that's one way to help.
Yeah, by help I mean do everything.
Yeah. Keto wakes up from his flash and goes, "You stole my ace?"
Good to keep that Opper up and alive, though. Heavy investment with that round, so Xantera is keeping the economic pressure off of the backs of Big. Now what are they going to do? Transitioning on to Long. Searson, now the sniper in position. FaZe can't go anywhere without being faced by snipers.
Oh man, I
Oh, I
wonder.
love this. Tabson's going to get loose.
Yeah, true.
Cold's keeping him honest, though.
It's he I don't know.
Oh, he smoked it.
Oh my god, he smoked. Wow. Okay, so what's the play now? Things get so much more hairy, and Rain's holding back and spawn for this push, so kind of nuts. I kind of wanted to know where that play was going to go, but I'm not surprised that he dies if Rain's holding, so we'll see now what happens. Searson has been trying to maintain his presence on long. He's only at car, but they have no one on Cat to worry about, so it could be a strong position. However, no, he's got a full nade set. That wasn't even his smoke there at long, so he's got everything to use.
We saw one get run boosted. He plucks off Rain. A second snap into Kierby. Lays the smoke at his feet. A flash. That could definitely help as Keto comes
my God, he
running
did it.
up from CT spawn. Another off shot. Cold's going to trade one. Searson, barrel to barrel. Goes down at the hands of Cold. And Xantera on for the clutch.
Oh, we know what he's capable of.
He
Oh
hits
my
the
god,
dink.
he gets a
And he
off the
follows
jump.
up.
He knows the
Olaf
second player.
So low. Already a quarter HP, 30 seconds. Molly to the feet, a jumping bit of damage. Now there's nearly nothing left. Xantera's honing in on him. Just playing with his food and slaying player after player.
Absolutely hunted. We saw Ziwu hit that fantastic drop op shot on the A ramp of Vertigo. That was clipped because that was beautiful. We see some of the same here with Xanteris, predicting where the jumping player will land as opposed to trying to track him the entire time. And just doing damage to number 1 and number 2. And then Olaf, I mean, he's just trying to get the bomb down, relax.
Wow.
But that bad smoke, you need 2 smokes across now. They didn't have them.
Bro,
You
the
think that'd still be
chaos.
sufficient, but yeah, crazy.
How
I mean,
does Searson live that
how
long?
does Searson get those kills? Nuts second shot. Craziness.
Props to Keto as well, delivering when he has to. It's not easy to run up from CT, trying to help a player pin behind car when you both have ops. Oh man, I thought for sure that was FaZe to a 9th round. And they would have still been within 3, but now it's very much Big pulling away from this. A round they have no business losing here in the 22nd would lead us to believe we are staring a 14-8 score in the eyes. It's beady little black eyes for Big Clan. FaZe like rats at the bottom of mid.
We've seen attempts on the B split. Crisscross smokes go out. It's going to lend them a bit of room to work with. An additional smoke to ensure nobody's in position. Xanterez with Keto holding the line. And it's good enough at the start. However, Kierby's the only man to still stand. And now he's going to get himself an op. He doesn't have the bomb, but he's got the heavier weaponry. Oh, there's the peek. He didn't see it.
4-3, yeah.
Ah, awkward. Big Clan with a 14th round.
You know what? 4-3 is one thing. Kirby plays on 800 by 600 black bars.
Yeah.
It's still 4-3, but I mean, he's seeing the least amount of Counter-Strike possible and the grainiest. I'm sure you could go a bit lower than that. I'm sure he's got RTX on, 240 hertz monitor, 800 by 600 black bars.
Yeah, 900 FPS.
Oh my god. He's got more FPS than the population of Denmark.
Oh my goodness, this is not looking good for FaZe. You can really feel Big kind of getting into their comfort zone at the moment. They've got 3 players stranded behind Big Blue. Frag dunked upon them. And Tizian's just going to keep cranking the heat. He's going to go for the peak and doesn't actually walk away with a frag. But Tabson, this is, I think, the play he wanted to make when he got caught out by Rain. He's gotten himself all the way deep in T-spawn, justifies Big rotating everyone over. And FaZe, I mean, they could definitely fight their way out, but think of the damage done early.
No, not just that. You know, like Tabson with this ang, they know with confidence that it's all over here, especially if they're just going to assume no one else has lurked. The amount of info he's got already.
Oh man, they are so pinned in position. Utility, 2 smokes, flash, and a molly. Nothing compared to what Big hold on to.
Tabson could just put a rock on his controlled key. He's probably knows he's going to be here for a while, waiting for them to approach A. Little do they know that they've been stalked.
Oh man, nice.
With a dink.
Uh-huh. Trying to find vision over top of it. There's still a world where FaZe just connects some critical shots. But obviously the odds stacked in the favor of Big. Molly hits the bomb site at the 22nd mark. Xanterez can just go for the wild jumping spray down. Tabson actually comes off of his flank because he has another Molotov. 15 seconds. They do drop Xanterez. Now everybody's over on Cat, and there's no Molotovs left. Keto through the wall, onto the double. Third frags Tabson's, and Big Clan find 15.
Hats off. It's marvelously played there by Big Clan to have the fallback. Not even overplay that as well. It's information FaZe never got to learn that they had. And an insane shot from Keto. Looking very comfortable here on CT side.
Nice Cat.
Yeah. Yeah, and this could be the last round. 7-round lead every round. They've got to hear that sound. FaZe on match point.
Damn. Keto just rattling off with the op. You know, we kind of questioned his op when we saw the second one come out.
Yeah.
But he has just been instrumental. At first I thought, he's just going to be the B anchor, let him be cool. But he's been peeking all over. And, well, this one's not quite over yet. Maybe peeking a bit too aggressively. You know, 7 map and match points to work around with. You can take some calculated risks. But when it rains, it pours. And the man's on for the ace. Sitting pretty on his 4th frag, it's Kierby to take it away. Slides out from that B site to put a 9th on the board for FaZe Clan. 6 more to go.
Nearing the post-Nico era, Rain has put up some great performances.
Yes, sir.
Really, you know, at one point on this team with 3 other legends on it, he was the star player of the roster. It's been a long time since then, and you know, we'd be hard pressed to believe the consistency could come back to that level. But what we've seen in recent times is some of that consistency, looking very strong. With that 4K, puts him at 20 on this map, but they're still 6 rounds down. So, Big Clan, yes. Well, do they even have to concede a round here? Keto's already got an opening kill, looking just on point with all guns at this point. I mean, it was his Mirage CT op or like the A site op that looked a little bit out of place. Yeah, dropping some easy shots, but this, and this boost.
Whoop, second player connects it. You are right though. That one half of Mirage was definitely where the.
Okay, this could be it.
Oh no, not like this.
I mean, in fact, this probably is it.
Oh, that was a crucial kill, especially considering KRB struggles across Dust 2. Oh my God!
Come on!
Give them a damn chance! Searson just playing around with them, trying to challenge the window yet again. Let's see it, Rain. Clutch to keep this game going. He's got Searson just outside of the doorway on 37. Tizian barely alive. It's Keto that should be the biggest issue, and Rain's gonna commit to staring at his feet. He lines up 2 bodies. Now it's all on Tizian. 13 health, and it's gonna be enough. Big Clan close on Dust, and after FaZe ran it all the way back in that first half, it's a near flawless CT side from Big.
Wow, that was Rain giving it his damn best try. But Tizian, who definitely did look hot at times, coming through to end the game. I mean, I would say every half, except for that last one on Dust 2, FaZe looked competitive. Funnily enough, it's Dust 2 where they don't look as well prepared. We had Cold Zera quoted as talking about how on Nuke, they didn't really have any special preparation going into it, really surprised themselves. Maybe